miserable person, usually you want to cause miserably. You, how to say it? Shit, hold on.
It's like a crab bucket. It's like
I'm taking you all down.
you get a bucket full of crabs. The first one trying to get out, everybody wants to pull them down. It's like a one-man crab bucket. You have this misery, and whatever's inside you, you want to manifest on the outside, especially with other people. You cannot stand if other people are enjoying their life and making progress and all those sorts of things. And so you act as this parasitic vampire who is going to be like, look, I'm not going to do this alone. I have to justify it by having it mirrored in somebody else's life.
Y'all getting
so I feel like
dragged up with me, you crabs. Yeah.
Get inside of the crystal, vintage.
Gary,
Thank you, re-examination. That was pretty much.
Dariak, I started to watch your debate on this platform with Trench about Iran, and I didn't finish it, but I heard in your opening when you were talking about using Bitcoin for the world reserve currency. Pretty based. I don't know if it's like legit or not, but it's pretty based.
It could be,
Be patient. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody. Please be patient. And I mean that in terms of Trump is cooking, right? So in terms of the
how many times have you?
Are you going to say he's going to release the Kraken?
There's a roast master, and his name is Trump. Okay.
I don't know. But 3 years ago, if you're like, just wait, Trump's got it, then I'm like, all right, bet. Now,
yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, in a week, it's going to change. Look at what. Dude, they did the blockade.
Where they're like,
listen. As much, listen. I want to tell. Wait 1 second, boys. 1 second.
It's all good.
Big. I got to make this announcement real quick, and then get right back into what you guys were talking. Anybody who's on both, who is still listening to that other stream, and they're over there in that other one, dip. And my advice: we have people recording what they're saying right now.
Okay, yeah.
Don't let this bitch think she's gonna get numbers for talking shit on Andrew and his family. Let her feel the actual consequences of that. Let her feel the actual consequences of that.
Yes.
In my humble opinion, you should do so, but I'm not.
I am HO.
But you should do so. Fuck them.
So would you say in your humble opinion or in your honest opinion?
They're just like making up mad shit about Rachel and Andrew right now. So
yeah, and you, I think.
That's what they do. That
I know.
They do.
He was also saying, "What you left your kid," so that's also another one.
It's so pathetic. Like
that's like strike from 10.
It's a wild. I assumed that, like, as my channel was growing, as other people, you get to somebody's still got an echo. But when you get to around 10K, then that's when people are like starting to come for you. The parasocial relationship, all that kind of stuff. But like, I was at like 3-4K before people started like treating me like I'm not just some dude. Like I'm just some dude. And they're thinking like I'm all over the place. I'm doing this. Oh, you should do like they just see your face on their screen and they think of you as another being.
See that is one thing about
as another what?
Weird nowadays. I'm not calling.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Calling it bad or good, but that is a thing about social media nowadays. You see these faces on your screen, and you connect with them in some way, shape, and form of no matter what they do. Like, there's all sorts of creators out there, but you connect with them, what you are seeking. And the difference is modern day culture or younger generations are losing the point that, like, you don't understand what you're seeking. If you're watching this person, you're watching this person because you miss what you're seeking. Does that make sense?
Yep. Well, I spent a good year or so watching like oppression fit type content. I needed it. I moved on, but it's not I needed it. I love my pops, but he definitely missed out in that area. So I definitely needed that red pill. But you don't want to get stuck. That's the male version of feminism.
Drama comes with behind some people. Like it's a trail. Like I'm guessing that channel is probably one of those channels. Just like Aging Potato is one of those channels where just drama trails right behind them.
I definitely did not just leave that panel to see what's good to leave because it was so cringe.
Tomatoes at the same vine,
Who's in
yo.
the bottom left? Look like you
Yeah,
got a
potatoes, tomatoes.
on the background.
You heard me? I said I definitely didn't just leave that because I wanted to see what was good, and immediately I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
That did not happen.
Yeah, I think I spent like
Yeah,
a
that's
grand
kind of
total
what
of
that reminded me of. Was sitting on Sarah's panel. Definitely some flashbacks there.
Yeah.
The amount of degeneracy that was going on there, like the only thing that I found interesting to even talk about was the fact that the one guy said that he's exploring Christian orthodoxy, but then posing as a Muslim to his parents, and
Yeah, so you
posing
wanted
as a
to-
Muslim to get this wife.
So you wanted to
And it's
naturally
like-
diagnose why, right? Yeah.
Lads, can you stop interrupting people when they're talking, please?
So, well, yeah, I just found that kind of strange when you say, I'm gonna be a Christian, pose as a Muslim, marry a Muslim, and act as a Muslim to her, leave her in the country she's in, go back to
That's
Britain.
the opposite
back
of
there.
Christian
Man,
behavior.
I literally just said stop interrupting people when they're
It
talking.
was
Go
great.
ahead, Rev.
Interrupted.
I'm just saying it was a very strange scenario.
What he's saying is that I want to listen to my
slippery slope as well. But then, yeah, everything else was just moral degeneracy. So, everybody that was there on that panel, if purgatory exists, gentlemen, we got at least 1,000 years off for having to sit through that.
It was Jerry Springer on meth.
Like it takes a certain caliber. Like I'm not trying to gas all of us up. Like I was just talking about how I'm just some dude, but it does take a caliber of entertainment to be able to do this, and it's just not there. Some people got it, and some people don't.
You muted.
You were muted.
This wouldn't be an easy stream without it, at least once.
Yeah, there you go.
But what happens here, Lutch, is so like I seen it at the start. So like I started with, again, I recorded things that look like a live stream of me reacting or me debating. So like I debated Hunter Avalone, Mr. Girl, shit like this. But these were pre-recorded things looking like a live stream, and then I would premiere it because the whole thing was I wanted to see if people even cared to watch me, right?
Right.
Then I started streaming. I did the debating and whatnot, but then I came across this group of like drama. We call them trauma pimps, right? Because they would take like traumatizing situations of people's real lives and make money off of it, right? And I found this little group of people doing this, and then one of them, right, I'd like randomly start some shit with me. I got like a huge amount of like numbers that came in out of nowhere. Okay. And then one of the chicks messaged me and said, we should start a fake beef. It'll get mad subs for each other. You'll get my haters, I'll get your haters, and we'll make tons of money off of them.
Were you just?
Oh, is that right?
Would you?
That's all I said. Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Screenshotted
right.
the whole
Oh,
thing, recorded the whole thing, exposed that bitch to all her fucking subs. Okay, that's what I did.
Yeah.
When I started
you
fucking
personally-
exposing all those cocksuckers one by one.
Easy. Were you
Everyone-
personally offended by that offer?
Was I? Yeah, a little bit, because I was like, this bitch really thinks I'm that guy. I'm that guy. No.
It's like, what?
So then I started
I didn't
exposing their like whole community. I made a whole mess there with them. All right, they lost a whole bunch of shit. Some of them got demonetized. Some of them stopped streaming. A whole bunch of shit went on there. I left that community because that you can get caught up in that space where you're doing the WWE thing, where you're like, you're covering their live, then they're covering your live, they're covering your live, you're covering their live, and it's back and forth, and it's just you would go insane. And like, dude, I was getting like 600, 700 live viewers at a time when this was going on. But I was like, no, I can't do this. Like, I'm not going to stay here. Like, I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. They all know, all the subs know they're scammers. If the subs want to keep sending them money or do whatever, they can now. I don't have anything to do with these people. They're all losers, right? So but what happens is people get caught up in that part, the back and forth, the big numbers, the money, all of that, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this. And that's why a lot of channels fail, man. I see it over and over again.
Yeah, there's a dude. He doesn't. Well, I mean, he's starting to stream now, but he started out as an MMA channel, and then it wasn't like he was doing pretty well, but he wasn't growing as fast as he wanted to grow, and so he started getting onto drama, and now he's covering a whole bunch of like Charlie Kirk is still alive stuff, and it's just like, what are you doing this for? Like in
Wait, who are you talking about? Is this a big channel?
Yeah, I'll DM it to you. I'm not trying to blast it because
I don't care. Jesse on Fire.
I am not confirming or denying anything.
I feel the same way. I know exactly what you're talking about. He's a guilty pleasure of mine. I watch him all the time, but like it's like, dude, where are we going with this? You are looking insane, bro. I thought you was a fighting channel.
Back in, I think it was like UFC 297, something like that. He got a bunch of tickets for the thing. He was like, "Yo, whoever hits me up first, we'll all go together." He's like, "You gotta pay for the ticket and shit." But yeah, so I went to Vegas and we did it. Like, it was cool. And then he just kind of went up into this thing. He was actually supposed to be on my channel tomorrow to talk about his theories, but he got a bigger guest, so I got bumped.
Damn, really? That would be a good interview, though. Be a good one for you. Give you a nice bump on the channel, but be ready for all the crazies.
Mm-hmm.
So is Charlie Kirk still alive, or is he a time traveler?
No, it's both. Don't you see what Candace said?
Got it wrong. But yeah, no, that's how those types of people are always gonna fucking be.
Well, and it's frustrating because like he started a little bit before me, but he was probably at like 5-10K when I started to take YouTube seriously. And so he's talking about growing this, growing that, and hooking up with Brendan Schaub and da 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 da. And like I'm watching numbers go up. And then, Tomato comes around and I'm seeing numbers. I'm getting like, jealous. Like I'm fucking working as hard as anybody else. But
never let that get in you, bro.
Yep. I've learned that.
You got to kill that right away. Trust me.
I'm like, I'm doing what I'm doing. I know that I stand behind what I'm doing. Maybe people won't like it and I got to go get a job and whatever, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Full stop.
This is my advice for everyone that's always like wants to make a YouTube channel serious, because I can only give you the advice of my experience. Before it is an actual full-time thing that's paying all the bills, you have to treat it as such.
Oh yeah.
So stay consistent on a schedule. You have to plan all the content out ahead. Like you have to do everything you would do if this was your full-time gig before it is your full-time gig.
Yeah, not be
that makes sense.
Not be this is going to be my side thing that I might do to this is what I am actually going to do, and that goes full.
That's if you want it to be your
that goes to any business. It's like if you're going to do something, you got to fucking full send it.
True. And there's nothing wrong with having like just a channel where you just stream or you just post a video. But yeah, if you're trying to do it and
if you're trying to make that your life in business, then you got to fucking full send it. Like,
can I add as somebody
that goes with any business? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I interrupted you. That's my bad.
So good. It's a time delay sometimes.
As somebody who's starting now, it's very much you have to do that, but also you have to find your lane. I think that's something that doesn't get talked about all that much. Is like, I could be in, the debate sphere or whatever, but like, I have to find what makes me my authentic voice. Right. Kind of like very much like stand-up comedy, where like
I think a mission statement.
Finding your spot, your niche.
Yeah, having a mission statement. You know, someone's just saying about a business. If you are trying to be serious about it, like that is the question. What are you trying to do? Like personally, I'm trying to foster conversations, but more so be the one who's like, hey, look how he did that. You don't want to do that. See how he did, and like that's what I feel like I can offer. And so when people are like, oh, you got to cover the war in Iran, or you got to cover the, I'm like, bro, I don't know shit about that. I don't know. That's not what I do.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've been
and I'm comfortable.
And very much to speakeasies.
But if it is something that you think could interest you, you know, like maybe, you know, just look into the things that maybe someone mentions and you're like, I have to look. Maybe I like that. Listen, I got somebody that wants to come and give you guys some quick advice.
Oh shit!
Do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it.
I'm so inspired.
Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
I don't know if I've ever actually seen the original in full.
Do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
How did Nike not pick that up?
You're tired of starting over.
Right?
Stop.
I thought that's what we were watching on a Nike commercial.
Actually, there was a dude that
Nah, it
made
was.
that terminology.
Do it!
Do it.
That was definitely a Nike commercial.
Yeah, do it was a dude, and he made a bunch of money off of it just by saying "do it."
Yep.
They
Not
hired
even
him
the
part where he's like,
just do it.
They're like, come up with their
Do
phrase.
it!
He's
He's
like,
got something in his
do
head.
it.
Take
Hard
the
to
world.
It bothers me that he had a green screen behind him, but yet they didn't like impose anything on it. Like I have
I
a
think
green
that was so
screen.
we could impose
Yep.
things on it.
You can.
That was the
Everyone
whole
can
idea.
now. Anyone can.
He's
So now
wanted to
there's
be a
so many
meme
more
put into
advertising.
videos, you know? Shia
Worked.
LaBeouf's a lot smarter than people
Sometimes
think.
they want the pink.
Yo, yeah, he is.
sometimes
He
they
knew
want
that
purple,
would be a meme,
sometimes they
bro.
want
He
the
knew
red.
100%.
He was
The fucked up thing is he's a DGen and he's a fucking really smart person still.
Well, now he's actually totally sober
Oh.
and what
Oh yeah, he was a DGen.
What's he?
Sorry,
was degen. Now he's
past tense.
Well, he married Mia
that's
Goth,
good.
and
That's
then
good.
that he lost that
Bro.
somehow.
Yeah, I remember. Mia Goth was like really hot, and he's like, "I'm gonna." He got her prego.
Yeah.
But that's you. I mean, degen knowledge is very helpful in this room. Like, I mean, I don't know about any of y'all, but I've been a drug addict. I've been on the street, this that. I left that life behind, but I learned a lot.
I don't know if that sentence makes sense.
Yeah.
Degen knowledge.
Okay, well, how am I wrong? Degen knowledge.
Son, it says here you have 10 years of experience in the industry, but do you have any degen knowledge?
That is somebody I want to work
point
for.
exactly.
Whoever asks me that question, please hire me.
Welcome to the White House, Indian. We're going to let you in. We're going to open the gate. You're coming in. We need that degen knowledge that you bring to the table.
Exactly.
Have you seen the script?
I'm gonna be like, see this motherfucker, this shady mother. See he's doing that? He's doing that because he wants that. If you
I
don't
think
know,
that shit's called screech marks.
exactly.
Screech cart.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
Screech, screech.
Street
Like
cart.
13 degen credits.
Yeah. Shit.
I feel like that's also okay. So this is a different topic, but it's in the same vein. It's like I feel like there is that reaction to the aspect of not being buttoned up, for lack of a better term. For so long, the left wing was the cool party, and then things got all fucked up, and now it's almost seems like people on the right don't know how to be the counterculture. It's like people on the right, like at least in our kind of circles. I know we don't all, but in the circles that we faded, like it is counterculture, but it's like the Republican Party, but not exactly. Am I making sense?
Well, here's the thing. Conservatism was not about trying to find new things. Conservatism was about conserving what was and what we think is foundational to reality. Now, if you're a Christian, especially, you get that from the scriptures. But if you're a liberal and you think that the future is what is yet unknown and things you have to tap into and things that are never been said before, and that just keeps going on forever and ever and ever, and you never find the end of that rope. And so that's why you have the communists, the Hegelian dialectic. You find like Vosh is always about putting up progress means, pretty much dismantling what's in front of you to the next thing. And once you've reached the next thing, dismantling that to the next thing. And it's an ongoing process with them. So that's why it feels like we can't be counter, because we're trying to keep things stable.
But we already are. No. I disagree with you. I think we already are. This is so like on my, I know you guys hate TikTok, but nobody on my YouTube cares about like movies and TV that I'm watching. So I post it on TikTok, and I try to stay apolitical. But like, there was a woke scene in the pit recently, and I was talking about that. And a lot of people who are frustrated by that wokeness, it's like, you don't exactly. It is that's the main thing. It is now cool and counterculture to be, flippantly, jokingly racist. Even that, you're like, oh, that has become counterculture. The progressive, politically correct, that is. And so there seems to be a disconnect where it's like, I want everybody to see things the way that I see them, but that doesn't match up with how everybody looks at things. And so I feel, as somebody who was, I've always been counterculture, that like understanding, people just aren't going to get this, and being okay with that. And I think there needs to be more of that specifically with the cultural ideas that come out of modern right. That like, yeah, people aren't going to like it. Oh, well, we're right. We're better. We're having fun. So on and so forth. I don't know. It's a half-baked
I don't give a shit about what the left thinks about me.
East.
I've so
Left
many
wing, right wing, same bird.
Well, yes, you're right. You are right when you say that. Same fucking head. You're so incredibly true. But my brother has a ton of right or left wing friends. They're so incredibly stupid, and I can't even be friends with them. He's like, "You want to befriend my friends?" Like, you mean all these ones that have Trump derangement? And then, like, absolutely not.
Okay, and so let me draw a direct parallel there. So we see, like, yeah, no, you don't want to associate with those people, right? Now, think about it, like, let's say 10 years ago. Would you want to associate with some guy who's like, oh, come hang out with my drug friends? If you're not into that, you're probably like, I don't want to be involved in that. And so I haven't been able to fully articulate it perfectly yet, but the same parallel is there. And so the people who are, like, if you are into drugs, then you have to accept that most people are not going to be down with what you're doing and who you hang out with and so on and so forth. And that's an acceptance that you have when you're willing to engage in that. And then, of course, you move on from that. But while you're in it,
I'd like to offer a counter view. The drug thing seems to be a swerve into left field, given that you're just talking of people with differing political views.
Maybe that one.
So I would counter, if you don't associate with people with whom you disagree, then how do you hope to persuade them to your view?
Sit. Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, winner. Chicken dinner. That's the whole thing. Regardless, if you don't want to interact with them, if you don't interact with them, you can't persuade them otherwise.
Yep, that's again, and pulling it back to me. That's why I talk about. I don't feel bad focusing on like culture war issues and not really getting into the nitty gritty of foreign affairs and stuff like that, because there needs to be that on ramp for people who like they care about the issues, but they don't really care about politics. How do you get into realizing, oh, actually, I do care about. I just didn't realize that this was all of that. And it's the basic dinner table stuff. You know, I mean, trans stuff isn't as big anymore, but that was a perfect example of just norming people realizing, oh, I do need to care about this. I do need to pay attention to this. I do need to engage in this.
I think it's
You
people
didn't engage
have-
with they want to understand.
as a child.
Oh, sorry. Go for it. Move ahead.
Sorry, I think there was a lack in parenting as far as like the dinner table. You nailed it on the head. It's the dinner table conversation where parenting was telling you how to critically think by just asking simple questions. And like, it really seems like that is totally lost nowadays. And I don't think that's a partisan thing.
No, I mean, kids have to actually trust their parents. And if we're in a divided society where we're classifying people by race and gender identity and generation and things like that, you're a boomer, you're a Gen Z, I'm a this, you're a that, and we can't associate. And all the incentive structures within those little groups that we've created is to stay within the group and not hear from other groups. It goes back to what you were saying, Lutch and Shiva.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think in some cases, I'm just trying to like. I do agree with what Shiva said here originally, that you have to engage with the opposite worldview. But I think there would be some cases that you could still like indirectly influence somebody without like a direct conflict or opposition to their worldview, right? So like an example I would have is like sometimes like people will debate back and forth about a certain topic, and the person that was on the opposite side of, well, they're both on opposite sides of each other. One of them, though, here's the opposite side talked about on Joe Rogan, and some like professional in this topic they were talking about also echoes these arguments they just heard, right? Without even having to actually engage with that person, they could be influenced to change their mind. This is why I talk about influencing the culture a lot rather than like influencing every single like individual.
But at the same time, how would that person be influenced to even start watching that person? Like without cultural influence. Just say,
Isn't it the case? Isn't it the case though that what we're mostly influenced by are the people who we surround ourselves with? It like, and so it there's this aphorism that I quite like, which is about Buddhist practice, but you can kind of just swap out Buddhist practice to any variable you like, I suppose.
Shiva, your microphone is like sound like a telephone for a second.
Yeah, your mic.
Hang on a second. Let me unplug it and plug
Now
it.
it's better all of a sudden.
Oh, that's better. I just moved it closer to my mouth.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Just
Now that's
eat that
technology.
thing. You
And
used to
so-
that anyhow. It's okay. Don't worry about it, brother.
And so the aphorism is the spiritual life is not taught, it's caught, like, because it's like a flavor that you pick up. And so I would put it to you that actually, if you want to influence people so that they are more in line with how you see the world, the best way to do that is actually to associate with them, like to spend time with them, because it's by doing things with people that we become influenced by them more than, say, watching it.
I think I spent so much time with
Though, right? It would depend, because sometimes this is why a lot of the time we talk about the two people debating. It's unlikely one of them is going to change their mind mid argument. That's usually for the audience, right? That's
Right.
what so like you don't actually have to engage with the audience to maybe influence how they believe
it's-
something, or even like
that's
in the
where I
case
would
of like
go with-
say re-examination watches me or Andrew say, and here's something that he agrees with that I've
Right.
argued, and his friend
Right.
disagrees with it. So he goes to his friend and gives the argument that he heard from me to his friend, and now his friend agrees with it. I didn't have to
Right.
engage with his friend. He did that.
Right. Yeah.
That would be so
I would agree that that
100% a huge
process
thing about
takes
social
place, but what I'm arguing is that the interpersonal process is a more effective method of changing people's minds. Like, for example, if I were to wax poetic about the power of the transformative power of being generous to other people, right? As a Buddhist practice, I'm probably unlikely to sway a whole bunch of people to my view. But if in my personal life, I practice generosity consistently, and then the people around me see the effects of that generosity, then they are more likely to adopt, to be more generous themselves, right?
Yeah, I do. I get what you're saying. You're saying like when you're directly interacting with these people, it's the strongest.
Yeah.
But that like who are those? Like who do you consider those? Like is
Who
it
do I
just
consider
like
those?
yeah,
Well,
what I'm trying to
everyone.
say is like when you have these personal interpersonal connections and interactions, it's usually things like friends, family, but then like does peers and creators, does that fit in there too?
I suppose it would depend on the level of one's personal connection with the individual. Like if you've got a genuine person, like a genuine connection where you actually communicate with each other, then yeah, I would say that would be included. If it's just some sort of weird parasocial thing, then no, that's like just neurotic, right? I mean,
especially a lot of people are just like terminally online, and they're in this Discord server. And they wake up, they go on this Discord server, and then they start a match, and that's just their whole day. I would think it would be silly to say that the content itself, but also the people in the chat, even if they're not random like that it's not influencing them. But it's also,
I think, yeah, it just comes down to who it is, because of the fact that like some people take like, this is why I always say like pointing out elephants in the room is not good for making friends, because like some people go straight into defense mode if you try to like criticize or debate their worldview. It's straight defense mode. They don't even try to like engage, right? So, like some people, they don't actually respond to that good at all. But like, yeah, I think the majority of people, it does like, yeah, I think, I mean, based off my anecdotal experience anyways, it's the majority of people probably do better with some type of interpersonal.
I mean, it's definitely a skill to be able to hear ideas that either ideas that you disagree with, or more directly ideas that challenge what you believe, and not be stuck in the emotional reaction to that. And I think like that's the probably the biggest aspect of like whenever I'm covering a debate or doing a debate or whatever. I like, you think it's just people sitting there talking. It's not just people sitting there talking. And like the ability to hear, oh, I disagree with that, and intellectualize it rather than have an emotional response. I think it's a skill a lot of people don't have.
Well, that's because most people aren't taught how to work with their emotional status.
Or they're, well, I guess that would be the same thing. I was going to say, or they're just in an echo chamber where everything that they say is reinforced.
I think, or when there's an imbalance of this growing up, right? This is why we always say like single parent households aren't the optimal choice for kids, right? Because you have to have the balance of a mother and father energy to help with
Yes, sir.
times that the kid doesn't.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. But there's probably times that dad would be a little rougher in the situation, so mom takes care of it.
That's Dad's point. Dad is
to-
supposed to look at that young man or that young woman and go, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like that's Dad's place. Like that's his spot. And also at the same time go, "I'm gonna protect you no matter what." Like the edged sword, like that.
Come on, kids.
to
Man.
sort of
I feel like I'd be a dope ass dad.
To loop back to what was kind of being spoken about earlier about not associating with people with different political views or not being friends with people with different political views. I found that if I if I change the kind of wording of friendship, it sort of changes my relationship with people. So rather than being a friend with someone, being a friend to someone, and so and that gives a different kind of spin on what the nature of the relationship is. What do we think about that? Like, do you think that could be important in
What can you give
winning
an
the hearts
example?
and minds?
Can you give an example of what it would look like to be friends with versus friends to?
Yeah, sure. Let's say, let's say somebody who is a thief. So maybe being a friend with the thief would be going shoplifting with them, right? But being a friend to the thief might be not rejecting them, but consistently like pointing out to them the unskillfulness of their actions, right? Like,
Yes, I agree with what you're saying here.
Good
There
point.
is a lot of this
It
where
tracks.
people will be friends with, but avoid the friend too.
Yeah,
That's an issue.
I think that also ties back to parenthood and stuff. I mean,
I'll never keep a bunch of yes men around me. I promise. You guys already know that. You guys tell me no all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never do that because that's fuck. Talk about big head. That's how people get a big head right there, right? You just keep a bunch of yes men around you. Like, I get exactly what you're saying, Shiva. I think that's like actually a big problem that people have here. I'll give you a story I've told before. This is the difference, right? I have a buddy. We went out partying. He was supposed to be driving, but he ended up drinking too. And then we got hammered. And when we were leaving, I'm getting in the cab to go, and he thinks he's gonna go get in his car and drive home. And I'm telling him, no, don't be fucking stupid, dude. You're not doing that. Don't do that. And like he tried to like tell me, yes, he's doing that. So what I did is I wrestled him to the ground. I took his keys and I threw it into a sewer grate. I said, you want to drive home? Get your keys, or we can just go home.
Good luck. Good luck.
Right. And I know it seems like an asshole, but that's actually being a friend too.
It is.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
And instead of like a friend with would have been like, okay, I hope you get home safe, or get in the car with them or something.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes you lose friends that way too. And it's like, look, if you don't want the bad news, you don't want the truth. But there's a preacher, Paul Washer, who once said, your best friend is the one who tells you the most truth. Now, it's also true what you said, Speakeasy, about the elephant in the room. The thing about the elephant in the room is it's more often they'll see you as an opponent than a friend. And if they stop seeing you as a human being, as a friend, and they see you as an opponent, then you're a task for them to accomplish rather than a soul for them to hear.
Well, that's why
100%.
you need to employ skillful means, right?
Yeah.
Like actually kind of being a friend to someone is a skill that you need to learn, and you're going to fuck it up because we're fallible, right? But yeah, like, and I think part of learning how to be a friend to someone is learning how not to collude with their own unskillful behavior,
Like
in
not
a
being
way
an
that doesn't
enabler.
alienate them. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, wouldn't you usually?
Good. Here's how you be
Oh,
a
what
friend.
the hell?
Anybody that has to talk shit about Speakeasy on any other fucking panel has to go through me. You talk shit about Speakeasy's family and his kids, I'm gonna fuck you up verbally. You don't fucking say shit on any other fucking panel about Speakeasy unless you're willing to say it to my goddamn face.
I
And if
will
your
find
name is
you.
fucking Impervious out there and you tell one more
Yeah.
goddamn silly lie, I'm gonna fucking punch you in your goddamn nose.
And I will
In
kill you.
Minecraft, let's
Abbott,
go.
Crazy.
Yeah, for real, dude.
No, I don't
Fuck that,
care.
dude.
I'll pay for the assault. I don't care. He'll take
I
my
didn't
fucking
even like
money.
the
I don't give a
kid.
shit.
I don't even know who that guy is,
He's
man.
one of those
but
dudes
fuck
wouldn't even
him.
look at you in a grocery store.
No.
Dude, I get off the panel, these degenerates, they're just fucking lying. They're like, I got this evidence. I got this evidence. Show me the evidence, you fucking liar. Fucking assholes.
She's
God
like, my
damn
channel
it.
will be fine.
That channel will be fine, yeah, until I drop the N fucking F-bombs because she let me.
That was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay, here it comes.
Who would say wigger there? Like, geez, man, they're just all testing every single POS word.
What was mental was she fucking counted them off on her fingers.
It fucking
What
crazy.
the hell?
Dude's a fucking nobody. He's fucking lying. He's fallacious. It goes off old documents that everybody's already fucking knows. We already know 90% of this fucking information, and none of it means anything. You're fucking idiots. Come at us. I will fuck you up verbally and in combat. Fuck.
I'm not.
Please.
I don't know, but I don't really care, to be honest with you.
I'm getting tired of these people. Listen, let's do some fucking arguing. Let's stop arguing. Let's stop lying about it, though, right? Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
And this
lying is not an argument.
This is so stupid. Hey, Speakeasy, I can teleport. You know that? Yeah, that's right. I
Yep.
just told you that. Believe that shit.
Wait.
Right? 'Cause
Wait.
you
Back
just
up
told
a minute.
that, right?
Back up a minute. Lying is not an argument. Is that true?
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying stop lying about fucking people.
Somebody
Yeah, I
said
know,
lying is
but
not an
then-
argument.
Yeah.
That's it's a bad argument.
Right, but is it the case that lying is not an argument?
It's not.
It's not a good argument.
It might
Yeah.
not be sound.
Yeah, it's a bad argument.
What
It could
about
be-
if you?
It could be
if you
cogent but
make-
not sound.
It's
Yeah, what
fucking
about if
crazy,
you-
dude. Look, here's the thing. Who gives a fuck about? He's a good dad. He's got a job. Look how much fucking. They're like, what's your proof? He works. Look at the dono bars, bitch. He puts
Yeah,
food on the
dude.
table. How the fuck is that not a good dad? Fucking idiots. He defends what it takes to be a good dad. I don't care what he did when he was 18. We were all degenerate. I was 18. If OnlyFans existed when I was 18, I probably would have jumped the bandwagon too. I'm just saying, right? It's just not there. All right?
That's
Again,
a myth. You definitely need an
I know what
average.
you mean.
I'm just not. I wasn't built to be a stripper. All right, it just wasn't in my cards. Right, that's all we had back then. All right. So and like, listen, all I'm
Well, hang
saying
on. How do we
I
know
don't-
that, Avarice?
who gives a fuck what kind of dad you were? Whatever, you became a great fucking.
You really
dude.
are a skeptic, Shiva,
What the
aren't you?
fuck does it matter? I hate these fucking people.
Wait, real quick, easy. Do you care if I smoke this?
You know what? No, you know what?
He
So
made the
I
claim.
I put this up earlier because me and the wife were giving a thanks because we got to go celebrate this weekend for all the success of all everything. Look at this. We still smiling,
Yes.
bitches.
That's fucking sick.
We still smiling, bitches.
You look 25. That's a total. That was an argument. That was an argument, and it was also a lie.
I'm 25 forever, bro.
Real quick, easy. Do you care if I smoke this tobacco cigarette?
No, you're good. You're good. I just don't
Avarice,
smoke on camera. I just don't want my kids to see me smoking. That's all.
Avarice, you just claimed that you're not built to be a stripper, and as you know,
That doesn't smell like tobacco much.
on these
Yeah, I can
panels,
smell it from here, dude.
Yeah, not
I-
built,
I can
not
smell
built.
that
as
shit
you
from
know,
here.
as you know,
Yeah.
on these panels, all claims need to be justified. So now you need to prove
Over there
anyone
smoking the
who-
devil's
Yeah.
lettuce.
I can tell you what, I can't twist.
I think a lack of
That was-
fulfillment is quite
You put it on this
justified.
God's green earth, you motherfucker. So.
Shiva,
It was meant for humans.
I think a lack of
God
evidence
put
is
it here
quite
for us
justified
to
tonight.
use.
Not like that.
Okay, find out a different way, and then we'll.
How would it be a medicinal plant potentially be unused?
I got to give a special shout out to the one.
Why do we have
dedicated
THC
Twitch
receptors?
viewer. Our one dedicated Twitch viewer, when I put the picture up, he said, "That looks gay. You look happy."
It do be like that though. A lot of people. It do
That's
be
the
like
mind
that.
of the hater.
Hey, Rev, I'm just having
That's
fun
what he's
with you,
being
you know
ironic.
that. Come on.
But yeah, that's the hater mindset. They're happy. I'm pissed.
Yep. Yep. That's so true.
Oh shit.
You remember that time when fucking the DEA was cracking down on this shit? Like a while back.
Who cares about the DAA?
Hold on though. My dad was. Hold on though. My dad was a cop. That shit was almost impossible for me to smoke this shit. He was also working with the DEA.
I don't know if you realize
crack
technically
down.
they still can, right? Because it's still federally illegal.
Yes.
So,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
they still can crack down on that shit all they want. They've just made a.
Is
I
that
think
government?
because of the money increase it's brought to the states that did legalize, they're like, okay, we'll let this slide for now.
And also the amount of death it would cause if they just started cracking down again.
Well, and I think once you have enough states, like there's a tipping point. Once you have enough states that legalize it, then it's going to come in anyway.
Yeah, and
And-
nobody's gonna like withdraw and die from it. All right, it's a mental addiction. It's not a physical one. That's not how it works.
No. I think I'm
It's medicinal.
If we're going to be precise, it's a mental dependency because addiction is physical.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The
It would be a mental
addiction
dependency
itself,
rather than an
addiction
yeah.
itself is mental.
Because like I used to think like this too. I used to think,
But
oh,
I don't think you need it for like when you don't go through withdrawal when you give up weed. It's not.
Yeah, the fuck
no,
you
but I
do.
used to have this
But it's
idea
not
that
the
a
way
lot
I
of
do it,
people
then, yeah.
have. I used
It
to have
makes
this
me
idea.
not
that a
have
lot of
seizures.
You guys have no idea.
That's
I
fair.
used to smoke
talking about it at the same time.
pounds
You ain't
and
hearing-
sell pounds at the same time. Okay.
You
I
just
used to do
doxed
this.
yourself.
All right. Anyways, regardless, right? I used to have the same idea that a lot of people will say, I can't eat without it. I used to think like this too, right? Until I went to Cuba, where it's illegal, right? So you can't get it nowhere, and
Oh.
well, you can, but it's very risky. And like
Yeah.
fuck, I was thinking about going to some Cuban jail.
Oh no.
So it didn't
Banged
even-
up abroad.
right? But for the first few days, that's how it was. It was like, I'm not going to be able to eat without it. Until the first time I did eat. And then I was like, oh, great. And I ate more than I normally eat when I'm smoking. And I was like, oh, dude, that's the mental thing, right? That's what that is.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep, but when I was like in college, I would just smoke all day, and that same thing. Like, oh, I need it. I need to do this. I need to do. And now that I've just got more shit to do between my job and the channel. I can't be high all day, and it's like, oh, there's normal life. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to get to sleep without some other drugs, but as far as making it through the day, yeah.
I have epilepsy, so I'll have seizures without it.
Have you tried warm milk?
So that
More milk?
would be-
Hell yeah.
For bed,
Oh,
and
yes.
you don't have to go to sleep?
No, for my epilepsy.
Oh,
Mm.
warm milk?
Yeah, instead of this.
Warm milk, though? It actually like helps with epilepsy?
Yeah, bro.
Well, the Reverend asked, so I'm just telling him, hell yeah, it helps stop my seizures too.
I didn't know that.
It might be a fallacy.
I didn't mock the
I
plant.
was talking
The
about
plant
a
can be
sleep aid.
used on things.
Oh, you were talking about
And-
sleep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Another thing is,
That's
why
what
would
I
it be
thought too, because I was
called
like, that's what I used to
moral?
do when I was young. My grandma used to give me a thing of warm milk. You know what I'm saying?
Sarcastic as
Vavola's
fuck,
house.
dude.
I get a thing of warm milk. That's why I used to love going to Vavola's house.
Hey, look, as fun as the panel is, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go spend some time with
We're
my
gonna
wife.
be doing the hot seat
fucking
soon, though,
bitch.
Avarice. Just so you know, and like we were gonna do it at 2, but I'm gonna wait till 2:15.
Look, if there's a dono for $50, I'll stay. All right, that's my go. I'll wait 5.
Every man
minutes
has a
for
price.
$50 dono, right?
At
Well,
least.
you get it anyway.
Uncle with a $100 Rumble rant says, "I'm a great dad, and I'm always filling dono bars." Average.
Nice.
Blood pressure
Does
is
that
high.
count?
Relax, bud.
Yeah, Jungle.
So average. Just to be clear,
That
you want somebody else, maybe a man, to pay to spend time in your company.
Yep.
Yeah, I want somebody to pay
Just
for.
got
Listen, on top, I want someone to pay speakeasy for my time. That's what I want.
Right. Yeah.
I'm pimping Avarice out
He's
tonight.
like, I don't know what you heard about me. I'm an average PIMP.
I mean, what?
What's the hot seat?
Shit. Too fucking good.
Oh, you don't know the hot seat? Oh, you're. Oh, the hot seat.
You don't know what the hot
Let me-
seat is? Well, for you and
I'll be
anyone who
right back, but I'll
doesn't-
be right here.
All right. For you and anyone else who doesn't know what the hot seat is, so the hot seat is a series of questions. All right, 4 rounds. The first 3 rounds have 4 questions. The 4th round has 1. And so the first round is called Trap Card Round. It's questions designed for the panel to roast each other. All right, savagely but respectfully, of course. And then the round 2 is called Deep Thoughts. It's where we go a little outside the box, philosophical, weird, little questions that make you actually think. And then round 3 is the lightning round. So they're questions that are 1 word or 1 sentence answers only. And then for the last round, it's called Save the World. So you just imagine that the whole world is tuned in listening to you, and your final message to them, what's going to be your legacy. It can be comedic, it can be serious, motivational, whatever.
How long do you usually do that? Just fucking 2:30.
I got a text from Jungle.
Depending
to check
on the
Rumble.
people.
Did Rumble send another dono? Did he send another 50? Is that what happened?
No, he sent 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, see, look at
That still means you have to stay.
I can safely say Jungle is Avarice's #1 fan.
He is. That means you still have to stay.
You definitely have.
Because I gotta say, I won that Wonder Woman argument. I'm just saying. She
But
flies.
yeah, as long as everybody's
If we were on
not,
Rumble, I could say some more.
doing the
parts
drunk
of this, but I
answering thing,
can't.
which I think tonight we should be
I have
good.
vision of what I said.
We get through it like in an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, no rush. He was paid for. I'm good.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm a dude. I'm not gonna pay about showing up to work.
Yeah, I thought you did a hot seat with us before lunch, but maybe I'm wrong. I must be. But they're fun.
They're a lot of fun. Get some good conversations out of that. Some good topics to talk about.
Mhm. Yeah, everyone always loves the second round. The second round is always the first round's fun because we get to
And
almost
lightning
each other.
round. Lightning round's really good too.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Makes it hard because you can
Yeah.
only answer so much.
There's definitely been some.
I've
hard
never
ones in there.
participated.
My favorite is the invisible round.
The invisible round.
Is that the one that doesn't happen?
Invisible. Doesn't tell anybody about that.
It's one that doesn't happen.
Is this where the invisible man comes in? Wait, hold on. Never mind.
Now that's a creepy fucking movie. The Invisible Man is a creepy fuck.
He's a rapist.
Yeah, there you
Ooh,
go. Yeah,
ow.
okay.
What
Whoa.
he is,
You
he's
said
a
it out
weirdo, dude. He's over here sleeping with chicks that don't even know where
Well,
he
you
is.
said the R word, so I was trying to be careful.
That's what he is.
Yes.
That's actually a good question, though.
Going on
What do you
fucking
look like with no beard?
weirdo?
Oh,
Just breaking
I do
into
too.
people's
I
houses,
think.
undress and shit. It's weirdo shit. He's a peeping Tom, bro. That's what he is.
True.
I look weird too.
I was just trying to be TOS, but yet he's a fucking rapist.
Zach, I look like I'm 15 with no beard. That's what I look like. It's crazy.
I'm sure you do. I think you probably look like you're 25.
I got my beard on,
It's
and I never
insane.
get.
How young I look with no beard. I don't
And
like it.
then
No, you look 25 with no beard. You look 35 with your beard.
All right, but I'm just saying.
Secretly, he is a teenager. He just went to the costume store and he puts it on. He's like, I got a YouTube channel, guys.
Oh, so that's not a beard. That's a face warmer.
And by
That's
the
a
way,
face warmer.
that image we saw where he's like standing tall, it's two kids in a trench coat. That's all it is.
Just that makes sense.
Shit. That's funny.
So this guy on this seat over there is like 3 feet tall. I can neither confirm nor deny.
This guy on this seat, we have 4 guys to choose from. Which are we talking about?
You can neither.
1, 2, 3. The one whose name is Speakeasy.
We gotta. So before we get into the hot seat, we got a question over here on the Rumble side for 10 Rumble rant. Thank you, legend. Ask the Indian
Oh, yeah.
guy if he learned anything about force doctrine and rights being all made up. What's a right? Entitlement absent duty, aka all made up. Christians mount up.
Wait, that was to me? What?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about force doctrine?
If he learned anything about force doctrine and rights being made up, or rights being all made up, what's a right?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. The duty absent. I'm assuming this is referencing when I talked to Andrew Wilson, and I agreed with all of his prompts. So I tried to move the conversation somewhere that would be interesting, but he just wanted to stay on the prompt. And one of his things was rights don't exist. There's only force or something like that. Sat down and said, yeah, I agreed. And then I talked about, how or why we would want to implement different things. So I never disagreed with that.
So you agree they're all made up?
If rights don't exist, then does that mean that laws don't exist?
Wait,
But
sorry, say that
in
again?
what realm? Because I
If,
mean,
like,
rights
rights
exist
don't
as
exist.
concepts.
Yeah, like when we say exist, obviously we mean
not-
in reality, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, look,
not being
just to
sensible
be
is
clear,
different than not being
I would infer.
my view on rights is that they are largely an infantile power play, like it's an exercise in power, right? You're making a demand, and generally, like historically, rights would have come with responsibilities, and that doesn't appear to be the case anymore, right? And I think that's a bit weird, but if we're going to say that rights don't exist, then it seems to me you also have to say that laws don't exist, because they would appear to occupy the same kind of conceptual space.
Yeah, but the thing is, the thing with law is like it's backed by something, right? So like it's a rule
Right.
enforced by authority.
Right.
So like you wouldn't
So it's
need
right.
rights to exist for laws. Laws don't require the right to exist.
No, I'm not saying that they one depends on the other, although I think rights do depend on the law. But that would seem to be the kind of
Why do
order.
you-
But
Well,
Why do you
here's
say
my
that-
thing. A lot of people who talk about force doctrine, they say that duties exist. On what realm of existence do duties exist?
Conceptual realm.
Well, that's brought up because like people talk about, well, God gave us rights, and we say, well, no, we were given duties, not rights.
So God gave us duties. So it's on the moral realm.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I have a right, would I have a right to self-defense? Would that be fair to have a right to self-defense?
But
As
yet
in
again, what's the right?
To
Yeah.
self-defense.
So if I define a right as the choices I'm able to make within my scope of what I'm entrusted with and what belongs to me.
Yeah, that would be a duty to self-defense.
But not even then. But right, if it's something you self-claim, couldn't you have a right to anything?
No, because for example, property rights. I would say that thou shalt not steal. Yes, it's a duty not to steal, but it's in relationship to something that a human is entitled to. Now, it doesn't mean that duties don't exist. I think that you
Where
could argue
does
that
the
a lot.
entitlement coming from?
The entitlement comes from God, knowing that if He grants you the moral category.
So then there's an
Hold on. If He grants you the moral category of property, it means you are entitled to that property. Now, I don't think entitlement is absent of rights, but there is still an entitlement. And same thing, I think, with self-defense. That has to do with if you incur victimhood if somebody attacks you. That's an actual moral status of being unjustly attacked. I would say that that's an offense of a right to your own sanctity, your own well-being, absent of any crime that you would have committed that deserves some kind of punishment that supersedes the priority of your right to have your own well-being.
Definitely too high for this game.
Wait, hold on.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
I look when people
So-
say duties exist, that's in the moral realm. I think rights are also in the moral realm, and they correlate with duties.
But where does the moral realm come from? That's
God.
my question. Is like where is like so you pinpoint this that so is it a certain doctrine that people come from their morals, or is it a point in time or a point in stuff or a moral figure or but where? That's this question that everybody keeps kind of debating is like, where does our moral subjective come from?
Moral
and I know
subjective.
maybe I'm not saying this right, but where do morals come from? Where?
God.
Yeah,
God
you can believe
God
in
creates us. God gives us
and,
express purpose.
I am a Christian and I believe in that. But how to explain that to everybody else is like, where does this really truly come from, other than just saying God?
Well, that just
Because
sounds
that's the
like
problem.
that just sounds like yes, but no.
But how do you define God? And where does God give you the moral things that you believe in?
Okay, so God has property rights over
Scripture.
all of existence. God owns us. God owns everything. He sets the rules. He gave intent to us. We are made in God's image for His purposes, and so that's how He constructs the rules and how we relate to everything with ourselves, with each other, and everything that He has made. So it doesn't get higher on the authority than God. It doesn't get more true than God.
What is that?
How?
What is God? He asked you what is God, and then you ended your sentence with God. I always say God is very, very, very bad at being a word. The purpose of words is to take the thoughts and ideas in my head and transfer them over to your head. But with the word God, we only have our own understanding of whatever it is, which is why I'm agnostic, because when people ask me if I believe in God, that's why I've dropped the atheist part of it, because maybe I do believe in that, but I don't know what it is that you're referring to.
Okay, yeah. So God is the personal foundation of truth, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He is, just the person who is the foundation of truth, transcendent, all glorious.
So God's a person?
Okay, so Rev,
Three, but yeah, so God is personal.
I get where you're going,
Trinity.
here, and I agree with this, but I'm poking you to like, how would you explain to this that somebody that just totally like, maybe there's this thing, but you got to convince me other than just these terminologies.
I don't think I can convince anybody. I can tell you what my stance is. I can give you some definitions. I can tell you to read the Bible because God is better at defining Himself than I am, because God does speak of Himself in the Bible. But as far as convincing you, I don't think that's within my realm of possibility. I can just tell you what I believe and go from there.
Sure, but like, in not in the notion of convincing, but say that I'm genuinely asking. If you say God is the Alpha and the Omega,
Yes, meaning
I
that
don't know what that means.
that he is outside of time. He is non-contingent. He is not reliant upon anything else. He is self-sustaining. He sustains everything else that exists.
Eternal.
So then that brings me to, how do you know that?
Yeah, but the impossibility of the contrary.
How so?
How do you know anything?
So, yeah. So
we do. I'm an absurdist.
yes. So the impossibility. I would have to go through my religion speed run, but basically, God provides the basic preconditions for intelligibility. We have personal realities, we have mathematical realities, we have spiritual realities, we have moral realities, and you can't have many of those realities without and unified in the same universe, in the same reality, that are existing harmoniously and actually interact with each other, unless you have a personal God who has founded all those things.
Why? How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, okay, so you're aware of abstract realities, right?
Yeah.
And you're aware of concrete physical realities, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe relationship is between those two? Because you have one that is outside of time, not subject to physics, and completely conceptual, and then the other one is not conceptual, subject to physics, and yet they interact with each other. What's the relationship between those two in your mind?
I don't know. I think that's a great question that hopefully we will one day understand.
Okay, so what reason would you have to reject God as an explanation for that?
Because that's not how I don't take, like, that's not the way I would work. I would need a reason to believe it was God first. I don't just accept things because I don't have a good reason not to.
But that's what I'm asking. What are the reasons that you don't accept it? You say you don't. You say you might not like those reasons or whatever. But what makes the reasons invalid in your mind?
Okay, so now are we talking about the God of the Bible, or are we talking about some concept of
God of the Bible?
I don't believe in a lot of the truth claims, like the the resurrection, so on and so forth. There's a lot that I just don't like. I don't believe in the miracles.
Okay. Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah.
Do you believe in abiogenesis?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I don't think we know how life started, but I think it's not a question that once life was started, evolution is how we got here.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe people have moral agency?
Yes.
At what point in evolution did moral agency come to be?
Again, I don't know. At some point, in the same way that a toddler becomes a teenager, well, not a teenager, a toddler becomes an adult at some point, but it's not like a moment. I mean, that's the point of evolution. And so we might have started with more primitive understanding and a more primitive theory of mind, being able to understand how other people feel and how our actions, that could be hundreds of generations.
So you believe the moral realm was always there; it just had yet to be discovered by whatever achievements in evolution we would have reached at that time. We're waiting for the moral antenna to develop over time, but it was always there and always transcendent, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that would mean there was a prescriptive will for humans before humans existed.
Why? How so? Because the moral structure doesn't necessarily have to be something that is outside of. I could see it as just a more mechanistic. Morality could be mechanistic.
But then that's just descriptive, right? If you're saying it's mechanistic, then it's no different than how a flagellum works in some kind of single-celled organism, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure that it is different.
Well, then how is that agency?
Yeah. So the reason I paused when you said that is because I have a half-baked, been like literally for years, I've been trying to understand my perspective on this, because I don't believe in free will, but I believe that we have agency. And I don't know how to square that circle, but I'm not there yet. But I don't believe in free will because of a deterministic material universe, and our brains are material. So if whatever the earliest point in the universe, everything from there has to be materially. Sorry, I'm fucking stoned. Materially determined. I do think there could be, you know, a spiritual or metaphysical realm that allows that agency, and that it's not, because like randomness or straight determinism doesn't leave room for the concept of free will, and so I don't think that we have, but there is something to us making choices, and I know that's not.
I'm gonna say this now. I feel like sort of reason
Even just to have this conversation with re-examination right now, right? Do you agree that you're both relying on like logic, truth, reasoning?
Yep.
Right. So like the question would be for you, Lutch, is like what justifies those things in your worldview, right? Because in re-examine's worldview and mine as well,
Just the fact that they work. Like
just the fact that they work.
Yeah, we
define work, and are you using logic to say that logic works?
Yeah,
maybe the fact that we're all able to understand each other right now means that everything that all of the logic that went into us understanding the language, the internet, the phone, all of that is based on that that logic, that 1 + 1 = 2.
Hey, Lutch, are you familiar with an author named C.S. Lewis?
Not as much as I should be. I know the name, but I haven't done much.
He wrote Chronicles of Narnia. Really good author. A book I recommend for you specifically is called Mere Christianity. You can pick it up on Amazon. It is a great read. And then after you read Mere Christianity, I do suggest that you read The Abolition of Man. And that'll give you a good understanding of where we kind of ground things.
I mean, Indian.
I'm sorry, I had to
raised a kind of point that I think was kind of glossed over somewhat, which I think is kind of interesting because when I have conversations about free will, my experience is that people quite often mean very different things by the term. So those of you who are advocating for free will, can you tell us what those two words mean?
Oh, you're talking.
Nah, one of you's better pipe up because as soon as I start talking, you're gonna start answering, motherfucker. That's not. Listen, somebody better pipe up right now.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna wait for me to answer to start adding on to my answer like what just happened. Get the fuck in there, motherfucker.
Right. So when
Oh my god.
So if I was going to answer that, that's a great question, and I wish I have a better answer to that. But I think a way of saying free will is having the faculties to make choices, so as to have the possibility of counterfactuals. So it's possible for me to, go to my fridge right now and pick up some milk or whatever, and because I have the faculties to do so, the awareness of the faculties to do so, but I choose not to.
So
right. Can I ask you? Sorry, can I just ask a quick follow-up question? What does the word free, like what is the word free from in this context when we're saying when we're using the term free will?
Yeah, I would say free from being subject to the laws of physics and the surrounding world, so as to think independently of those influences and make the choices regardless.
So a causal.
I wouldn't say a causal because I believe in a spiritual and physical distinction, so I wouldn't say a causal.
Okay. And what would be the cause of your actions?
The will, which is in the soul, which is not subject to the physical world. Yes.
Right. Okay. And so, and the soul is not subject to the physical world. So therefore, presumably, it's not part of the causal web, is immaterial.
What do you mean by causal web? What do you mean by causal web? I don't know if I'm going to sign off on that. What do you mean by causal web?
I suppose I'd take a fairly maybe physics-based approach to causality. Events in the world cause other events. Yeah.
It depends on what you mean by in the world. Like if you have a spiritual and physical distinction, yes, there are interactions between the physical and the spiritual. I don't deny that whatsoever. Obviously, if you punch somebody, you incur moral guilt. There is a physical action, and then there's a spiritual consequence for that.
Okay. And so, right. And that's because you. So I'm guessing maybe the soul would be the locus of action.
Define locus.
The
location.
Source. Yeah. The source.
Yes, but here's the thing. I don't want it to be confused with like lack of predestination or lack of God's decrees or providence. I think there's some nuance in there with that, but for the sake of this portion, yes.
And is the soul eternal?
The soul is everlasting. Eternal is usually what we think about with God of being always existing and never not existing.
When you say everlasting, what does that mean?
It means that upon its beginning, it never ceases to be what it is.
Okay.
Does it ever end? Personhood. No.
That's the definition of sempiternal.
So there's a point at which an individual soul doesn't exist and then begins to exist?
There's a point in which God creates a soul, yes, and from that point on, they have an eternity in front of them.
Okay, and so I mean, that's interesting. Like for me, that presents a lot of problems. Not the least of which.
Yeah, I'm faded. I'm gonna head out.
Lunch. You have a good one.
I was very drunk when it started, but all right, you guys have a good one.
See you later, man.
Night, brother.
Find that button,
boy.
Find that button.
Can't even figure it out.
Find that button.
He can't handle his weed.
Well, it is pretty late.
Oh yeah,
it's like 7:30 in the morning here.
I'm definitely in a not late time zone. It's just 12:34.
Examination literally answered every single one of your questions, but you still said you had a lot of problems with it.
Well, yeah, because he's making a claim that there's a thing called a soul, which is eternal and unchanging, but still somehow interacts with the world.
Correct, because there's soul and body. Yeah,
but you don't have a counter.
Right, and so, well,
You boost.
Well, I don't need to have a counter.
If you have no counter to it, then you should accept it.
Why?
I don't think that's necessarily true. You can have qualms about something. Like if I want Shiva to accept it, not on his own terms, I want him to accept it because God is right, but I want him to be genuinely convinced of it in a sense of like, not that I feel the urgency. Like Shiva wouldn't tell me that, Patrick, if you don't have an answer right now today on this stream, you should immediately feel the urgency to do it. And if you don't do it, you're being dishonest.
No. What I'm pointing out is that literally you answered every single one of Shiva's questions with a valid answer.
Well, no, wait.
He's going to disagree with the validity.
One sec.
Well, hang on. Valid doesn't mean sound.
But like in terms of the thing, like you have no like direct counter to it. Like there is no counter theory to it, which means that you have no.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You have no reason to reject
my counter theory. My counter theory is that phenomena arise in dependence upon conditions, and that includes our actions. So, like that would be my counter proposal. My counter proposal would be that the idea that there is an agent that is unchanging and either eternal or everlasting, but it seems to me untenable because he's saying that this thing, which doesn't change, is capable of a change of state because it has to come into existence. And so, like, it seems somewhat contradictory.
Well, the thing itself wouldn't be changing if it hadn't priorly existed. That wouldn't be a change in the thing. It would be a change in how many souls there might exist, right, upon when God creates them. But it's not a change in the thing itself.
And does the soul reside in the body?
So long as the body is alive, the soul resides in the body.
Where?
It's not a physical location. I don't know how a you are here map, mall sign to tell you exactly where that is.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair because my sense of like being, if you like, isn't like my sense of who I am quite often can be diffuse.
Yeah,
like,
well,
it's not located anywhere specific.
Like you and I discussed that you don't believe in the concept of the self, which I thought was kind of congruent with what I understand of atheism in general. Because if you think of entities as like, I think of like fire, right? You can take two things that are on fire at the same time and put them together, and they seem to create one fire. Was there two individual fires, or were they just as much the same fire when they were physically separated from each other at a distance before you brought them together? That's how I think of all material belief. It's just like it's a grand wavelength, as if all reality was a blanket, and maybe you shake the blanket, everything in the blanket shares upon that wavelength, right? And all reality is just this one kind
It's
of.
It's been my experience that atheists are just as resistant to the idea that there's nothing fixed that they can identify as being a self, that they're just as resistant to that idea as Christians are, in my experience, because it's kind of threatening. Yeah.
Well, think about this. let's because you're talking about a soul here, right? Let's start first with like, obviously you would agree with this, that the physical matter doesn't explain your subjective experiences by itself. Like we could like scan your brain activity, but we couldn't like measure what it feels like. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'd agree with that, and also we can't say what it is. Like science can't tell you what consciousness is. It can only tell you how it behaves under certain conditions, right? Like,
right.
Because that's what science does. It doesn't tell you what stuff is. It tells you how stuff works.
But what do we use? Like, so like, if that would mean that it's not a result of physical processes, right? Like your thoughts.
Right. No, you're going to have to. There seems to be a disconnect there. So can you just run that by me very quickly?
If the consciousness itself can't be reduced to those physical processes,
right,
then there has to be a non-material aspect of the person, right?
That, or we don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
Like that's also just possible, right? That there is a process that could be explained, and we just don't know how to, and maybe we'll never know how to. So maybe it can't be explained, but yeah. So like, let's assume that.
But if your thoughts were only the result of those physical processes, would you would you trust reasoning to discover truth?
No, and I'm not I'm not a materialist.
I know.
Because I don't really know what the mind is.
I just like having
and it like the experience of it is that like quite a lot of what I take to be mental, I think is actually physiological. Like I think a lot of our emotions are actually physical. That there's like physical processes kicking off in the body. Like when I'm angry, I feel a certain way. And it's kind of predictable, like how I'm going to feel physically when I'm angry. But
for you,
but there also appears to be this like non-physical aspect to it. Like I can't tell you where my mind ends. There doesn't appear to be an edge, right? And I don't really know what that means.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like if your brain was just like neurons and atoms colliding, your beliefs, your thoughts, these would just be caused. There wouldn't be true or false.
But it does appear to be the case. At least I'm not aware of any evidence to the contrary. But it does appear to be the case that without the body, then like I mean, well, we can't say what happens to the mind. Does the mind end, or does it go somewhere else? I kind of tend to lean towards end, because I think in order to claim that a mind could exist independently of a physical form, I think you would probably need to demonstrate that somehow.
Well, real quick, Shiva, because I think one of the things he was driving at is how can you reason without free will? Because what is reason in a mind that is completely dictated by the dominoes of physics? What is reasoning if it's
Right.
just if it's just a preconditioning from previous causes that were also unreasoned?
I mean, look, in my personal experience, my ability to reason is quite often dependent upon states of mind that are actually rooted in physiological causes, right? And like, so it's not entirely clear to me that reason is infallible. Like, it seems to be pretty fucking fallible. It's not entirely clear to me that even stuff like that seems infallible, like maths and logic, like they get refined over time, right? Like, it's not like logic just appeared fully formed. It's kind of been adapted and changed over a couple of thousand years that we're aware of, like engaging in that type of thought, right?
Well, has it changed? Do you think it's changed to become more sharp on what the laws of logic are, and not, just something that actually exists, not concretely, but something that actually exists objectively, and that the sharpenings you're referring to are just more reflectant of what was always there?
I'm not sure that I would agree that the laws of logic exist independently of us. Because it seems to me that the laws of logic, I mean, one, there's a clue in the name, the laws of logic, and two, there's a clue in how the laws are formulated.
What's the clue in the name?
Logic, which is a type of reasoning that we engage in.
Right. So Speakeasy and I would be more of the mind that the fact that we're accessing it with our minds, and we're not accessing it with our fingers, and we're not accessing it with metal detectors, is because it exists on the level of minds. It's conceptual from the start. It's that's a reason there's no other.
And even if our brains were damaged and our minds couldn't access it, it wouldn't mean that they no longer exist. Same way if like you're playing a radio.
Right.
And you're playing, and it's playing some radio station you love, and then somebody comes and smashes your radio. Well, yeah, you don't get to hear that station no more, but the station still exists. It's still there. So like that's why I wanted to bring you back to what you were saying. Like, it doesn't appear that without our body and our physical brain that minds exist. But that doesn't prove that's the source. That just shows that it's a dependency. Right, and that's why I bring up the
And I'm not claiming that the body is the source of the mind. I think classically, and that would require justification.
That is one of the things that the mind is emergent of the brain. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like,
but it's like it does appear to be the case that in order for a mind to exist, there needs to be a body. Like, because I'm not like, if you're going to say that's not true, I would, I suppose, ask for evidence of some sort.
Well, is there more brain for more thoughts? And what I mean by that is, with every thought, does more brain exist?
I don't know what that question means.
Right. So you would agree that thoughts are of the mind, right?
Thoughts are of the mind. Yeah, sure.
Right. So you can have many thoughts, and it would have no effect on your physical appearance, your physical.
Well, no, I don't think that's true. Like, for example,
obviously there are kinds of thoughts. Like if you're depressed, it would like really shrink your what's the frontal lobe would shrink if you were like really depressed for a long time. But I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like.
Well, wait. If you're depressed for a long time, then your face is your body posture will change. If you're angry for a long time, and your face is used to habitually frowning, then eventually your face is just going to, like, when it's resting, is going to be more frowny, right? Like, so I think the thoughts that you think actually can change your appearance.
Okay, yeah. Well, okay. Let me back up. I'm what I'm saying is, do you believe that thoughts are physical things?
Oh, do I believe that thoughts are physical things? Oh,
yeah, because I'm trying to make a discernment between the immaterial and material here.
Yeah, my response to that is I don't know.
Okay, so you're open to the possibility.
Like it doesn't feel like, when I'm thinking a thought or like picturing a pink elephant, like it doesn't seem like that's a physical process. But like I'm not really knowledgeable. Like I'm not a neuroscientist. I couldn't really, like, I've got a vague understanding of where various bits of the brain are and a vague understanding of what odd bits of the brain do, but I couldn't tell you yeah, because I'm not entirely sure that's within the purview of science. I don't know, maybe
it's fun to know about.
Like, you would think math would be. You think math would be in the purview of science, though, right? And you wouldn't think that you wouldn't think that 1 + 1 as a concept is a physical phenomena.
No.
Right. So that would be conceptual, and I think that's what we're getting at. Is it's conceptual, and it's a conceptual fact that predates us and transcends the physical.
Oh well, no, that's the claim. That's the claim that I would say requires justification, because it's not entirely clear to me. Like, so take maths for example. When we say like 1 + 1 = 2, what's happening there is that we're assigning symbolic values, right? Like, so like 1 has a symbolic value, and then 2 has a symbolic value, and then the operators they manipulate the symbols, right? So you have the addition operator that manipulates the 2 2s, and you have the equals operator that gives you the output, right? So it seems to me that it's just a symbolic language. It's just a very abstract one.
But if we look past the symbolic language to the truth that the symbolic language points to, we would agree that the truth that the symbolic language points to is the object we're really talking about, right?
No, I don't know what that means.
So
like,
when you
say 2 + 2 = 4,
then you can't say no, Shiv. You don't know what it means.
I can say that. I just did.
No, it does not follow to say no. You can say I don't understand.
No, it does follow. I don't know what that means. Is synonymous with
yeah. So
I don't
if I say
understand
2 + 2, if I say 2 + 2 = 4, you don't say no. Right. You say I don't understand.
I didn't deny that 2 + 2 = 4. What I denied was that the claim that this points to an object in the world, right?
Well, okay.
You also claim you didn't know what
maybe I misunderstood what re-examination was.
Well, when you say object in the world, you mean on the conceptual level, or what? Okay, since we are, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you or did you not agree that 1 + 1 was not referring to ultimately a physical phenomena?
I agree that it's not referring to something physical. Yeah, I agree with that.
Would Absolutely. It follow from that it refers to something immaterial?
I mean, it refers to something conceptual, and if you want to say that concepts are immaterial, then yes, I would agree with that. I don't have a problem with that.
And you'd say that concept would predate us, regardless of whether our mind. No. So no. Hold on, but it's outside of us, right?
Well, because wait. No, I didn't agree to that either. I don't agree that concepts are outside of us, because they appear to arise within our minds. So it doesn't seem to make any sense to say that concepts are external to us.
So when we make an observation of something external to us, we are not making any. We are not necessarily referring to anything in reality at all.
Wait, what? No.
Okay, hold on though, because you said that if we are using symbolic language, which we could argue that any language is symbolic, because Agreed. It's a means to communicating understanding or processing Agreed. Understanding. So Agreed. if there are things outside of ourselves that things that are not ourselves, that we share an understanding of, then that thing would have to exist outside of us and independently of us, right?
If you're talking about objects in the world, like chairs and bookshelves and stars and planets and whatnot, yeah, sure.
Great. Okay. So do you use mathematics to describe the existence and the proportions of the chairs and the stars and the planets and things like that?
Yep. And quite often mathematics is used to determine the size and proportions and all that sort of stuff as well. Yeah. Sure.
So you would say that nothing, if we all vanished from the existence of the universe, then everything we have measured ceases to be what it was when we were looking at it. As in, let's say that there were 27 billion molecules that made up a certain stretch of matter, right? That the 27 billion is a unit of measure. Would that
yes. Yeah.
Would that cease to be if all humans just vanished from that same universe? Would it cease to be 27 billion now that all the minds are gone?
Well, I suppose the 20 let's say no. There would still be the same number of objects until those objects cease to exist, assuming that they will at some point cease to exist.
So that unit of measure was still valid absent of minds.
Well, but yeah, sure.
All right, that's what I'm getting at. The conceptual truth exists absent of human minds. Yes.
Sure. So when let's say we're measuring the temperature of something. Let's say we're measuring the temperature of water, right? Let's say that we're measuring the boiling point of water. Does the water boil at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or at 100 degrees Celsius?
I agree that there are different measures and different constructs. That's why I chose to use something a lot simpler. But I agree that there's Fahrenheit and then there's
the
meters
same principle applies, right? Because it's the same process.
But it still has an objective referent.
Right, but our measurements are subjective, right?
Yeah, but if you measure me
because like for one thing, our measurements are based on what we can perceive, and I think it would be probably false to say that we can perceive everything. And so
I'm not saying we can perceive everything, but if you measured my height by the metric system and then you measured it again by the imperial system, nothing has violated the law of non-contradiction.
Right, but both are true, right? Both measurements are correct.
Right, but here's the thing. I pointed to numerical molecule or whatever, atoms or whatever, because that was something that was a very tight metric. These are conventional metrics which are much looser. You could argue that like one is conventional or whatever, but then once one is just conventional and merely and has nothing to do with objectivity,
but one is conventional.
Then we've ceased to have a grasp on any validity of math.
Wait. One is conventional. I mean, now I haven't read.
But it has a reference, whereas a foot doesn't necessarily.
I mean, it has a proof, and I'm not sure that's the same thing.
Okay, I'm interested. Explain.
And now, like I said, I haven't read it, and I might be getting this wrong. But I think, didn't Bertrand Russell publish a book basically like proving that 1 + 1 = 2 where he had to kind of go into quite length like he had to go into length into defining what one means, like what one is.
But he was referring to something in reality, right? When he said one,
he was referring to a concept
that reflected something in reality, right? Because otherwise, if it's just a concept like a chair, like he wasn't talking about like is a hot dog a sandwich. He was talking about something concrete. So to speak.
When you say it's reflecting something in reality, what is it reflecting?
what I'm saying is he wasn't saying that this convention is a convention. He was saying that
What is it reflecting?
I mean, from my understanding, if you get me on the spot like this, I would say an identity in the singular.
An identity in the singular. I would argue that identities are imputed onto phenomena.
I agree.
Than being present, rather than being present in the phenomena.
I agree. They are imputed by God.
Oh, right. Well, that's I would say that they're imputed by us, but okay.
Right.
Would you reject that black woman?
That is kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting, though, that we both agree that identities are imputed, like their conceptual imputations. The source of that imputation we would disagree on, but I kind of find it interesting that's a kind of point of agreement between us. I kind of wouldn't have expected that, to be honest.
It is because God is the one that, in my worldview, gives purpose and meaning to things. When you read Genesis 1, he's not only creating the things themselves, but he is giving them names and purposes, and like the sun, moon, and stars were to tell the times and seasons. Huh?
Oh no, Adam just names the animals, doesn't he?
Adam names the animals.
Not
Adam,
else. Yeah.
Yes, Adam. Well, and his wife. But and probably
does he name Eve? Does he?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Right, okay.
In the Hebrew, in the Hebrew, man is Ish, and in the Hebrew, woman is Isha.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, yes, and that's also an illustration of Adam's authority as the man, and all these sorts of things. So, but yeah, no, I think it is interesting. I've had a blast with this discussion, Shiva. So
yeah, me too. I enjoyed talking to you.
Are black women too masculine though?
Okay.
It says that's tonight's topic. Look at the bottom. Tonight's topic: black women are too masculine. I just wanted to know if that's true.
I make my exit. You guys enjoy your hot seat. Have a great night.
See you later.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Good night. That was a good one anyway. I enjoyed listening to that.
Yeah. Very insightful, you know. It's nice to hear opinions and really thought process and deep thoughts and things being thought through and all that, you know.
Black women, are they too masculine?
It does say it. It does say it.
It says they are. I'm just wondering if they are.
Well, do you agree or disagree?
Well, I don't know because I don't have any examples. So, like, I couldn't prove that it's. I mean, I don't have like videos. No, it's not that I've never seen a black woman. It's just that I don't have any examples of black women being super masculine.
Well, it's not super masculine. It's too masculine.
Too masculine, overly masculine.
Right. What's overly masculine?
Too.
Like it's Grace Jones. Would Grace Jones be overly masculine?
Too. TOO.
Yes, but I understand what the word means. I'm asking.
So overtly.
Right, but I'm trying to get like what would be an example of overly masculine? Like, would avarice be overly masculine?
Oh no, hell no. Not even as a black woman. Like as a white male, like he's definitely not masculine, but as a black female, still wouldn't be masculine. You know that's true, though.
Now I'm questioning your authority on masculinity.
So, are you saying I'm being fallacious here?
I'm saying that you're wrong.
All right. Yeah, you're probably true. I didn't take debate university.
Well, you should.
Well, I'm not personal friends with
Daniel,
fucking...
Daniel.
What?
Daniel.
You should have, motherfucker.
What?
So
I thought about it.
Daniel, I'm not clear what your position is now. Is your position that avarice is too masculine black woman, or too masculine for a black woman, or is he not masculine enough for a black woman?
I'm not masculine enough.
You're not masculine enough. I
Oh,
wasn't okay.
That's right. That's right.
Whoa.
I let my hair grow. I let my hair
Where
grow
did
like
this
really
combo go?
long.
I leave for 2 minutes. And you start
I let
talking
my
about
hair
avarice
grow.
and black women. What's wrong with y'all?
He says it's on the bottom. The bottom bar
Right.
says it.
Probably because he likes black women. I mean, it's okay. That's fine.
We have what is this? 3 more spots. Oh wait, no. 2, 4, 6,
2,
8.
I
Oh,
think.
2 more spots.
Yeah.
2 more spots. We're about to start up this hot seat. Anyone want to hop up here? I seen that Tomahawk just got in the chat. If you want to hop up here for the hot seat.
If Crazy's still out there, or
We're about
Darth.
to start this up. Darth. I
Yeah,
think
or Crazy.
Darth is. We're streaming to Darth's channel right now. Where is this motherfucker?
Come on,
Yeah, why
right?
is he
You've
not
only
on the
popped
panel?
on a few times, bro. A lot of
He's
them.
got us over
Hi,
here.
everybody on the
Get your
Darth
ass
Rule
up
Over 2 channel. I'm actually the host. My name's Spooky.
This is my second channel.
I'm actually the host, just so y'all know.
That's funny.
That's funny. Someone's gonna log on to his channel, check him out. They're like, what the fuck is this?
I will be honest, salute good sir. I was hosting since we were going to do a hot.
Well, yeah,
seat.
that's fine. That's fine. I don't care when people stream while they're up here. I think he just. What happened was he dropped and then came back like 10 minutes later, and then the panel was full by the time he came back, and then he didn't wait.
Maybe he's confused to how to totally do it, which is fair too. It's you're trying to figure it out.
It's okay. I'll give him a few minute here. If he doesn't come up, I'll just end it on his side for him. I'm sure he intended to come up and join us.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a hot?
Yeah, and he's fun too. Like he would.
Who doesn't love a hot seat?
Has Darth been on a hot seat yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Has Crazy been on a hot seat?
So, wait, what?
Yeah, crazy.
Are you crazy? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He was in chat, so I wanted to see if he wanted to come up here, but he might be busy.
Have you been in a hot seat, Jack?
I've been in the most hot seats. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I've been the most, but I've been in a good amount.
That's what's up.
As opposed to a bad amount.
I need a Kleenex.
Most of us,
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
most of us up here on panel.
That would be a fair question, you know.
I think the ones that have it as most has been Rev has been least, and Shiva has been least, and that's not meant to be.
Least.
Well, we can't both have been least.
Just overall.
Somebody's got to be the least. Yeah.
Overall, if you consider panel people, like a lot of us have been up here for hot panels.
I've done a few hot seats.
Yeah, you have, and that's where I was like being kind. Like I wasn't saying you guys
People
had
don't have to arm wrestle over who's the leastest.
the
leastest.
What the fuck terminology did you just come up with there?
The perfect terminology.
The perfect. You sounded like a redneck. Did I rub off on you? Gee.
No, I'm too far north for that. No.
A little bit
I'm
over
too
here.
far north.
You have a rumble chat from Jungle.
Oh shit!
And you're muted.
I don't see the jungle.
Yes, I was. Jungle said for 20 Rumble rant over here said, wait, black women are too masculine. Is that their right, though? Or should we use force doctrine to put them in cages and tame them?
That's subjective, Bruce. Think objective.
Well, I think we should shame them.
Wait, who wants? I just explained what hot seat was. Really? Okay. One more time. Listen, hot seat is a series of questions. All right. 4 rounds. The first 3 rounds have 4 questions. The last round has 1. The first round is called trap card round. It's questions designed for the panelists to roast each other. Round 2 is called deep thoughts. This one we go a little outside the box, philosophical, get a little, make you think a little more, you know. Third round is lightning round. It's a question designed for 1 word or 1 sentence answers only. And then we got Save the World, where it's you imagine that the whole world is listening to you, and you leave some type of legacy behind. It can be comedic, it can be inspirational, it can be serious. It can be whatever you like it to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's fun and easy. I'm just gonna say I got about 2 hours probably. I got to go to bed. I got work in the morning.
You're not fucking allowed, bro.
I know.
You're stuck here.
You are chained. You're chained to the stove, bitch.
Wow.
I always love the hug.
You're chained to the stone, bitch.
Master's got me working.
Massa.
One day he's
pronounce it right.
You're trapped.
I know.
Come work in the fields
Do
with
you
us,
want to
dog.
get?
I'm too
You
white.
don't, you don't want to get.
You're right. I'm too white to say it.
You don't want to get put in the box.
That's it. That's it. All right. Anyone who wants to come up here, get up here. All
Yeah,
right, get
seriously.
on up here. We're gonna start this up. All right. We're gonna start up the hot seat. I think it's that time. All right. It's time. 3 rounds. No.
Step in the light. The flames don't lie. Pressure's on. Can you handle the sky? No time to fade. No place to hide. Truth burns bright when the worlds collide. Feel the fire, feel the beat. You're burning up in the hot seat. Truth or flame, no retreat. Step up, speed. Feel the clocks stripping, lights so loud. One shot, one truth, make your words proud. Crowds leaning in, the moment sweet. Now show the world you can stand the Smoke in the air. No time to cheat. 'Cause legends rise in the hot seat.
All right, everybody, welcome into the hot seat, the final gauntlet of the night, the segment where the pressure goes up a little bit, the answers get a little tighter, and the truth comes out whether you're ready or not. Okay, here is how it works. We've got 4 rounds, each one with its own rules, each a little hotter than the last. We got round 1 is the trap card round. These questions are designed to force y'all to roast each other, you know, respectfully but savagely, of course. All right, and then you can give your short answers, 1 to 3 sentences, you know, no monologues, and then you guys can cross talk during these, and then when we say to move to the next one, we move to the next one. And then round 2 is the deep thoughts. All right, we switch gears a little bit here. These questions go, you know, outside the box, philosophical, creative, weird, whatever I decide to throw at you guys for tonight. Same thing. Get your few sentences, can bounce off each other, and then when I say to move it to the next person, we move to the next. And then round 3 is the lightning round. All right, fast, brutal, no explanations. You answer in one word or one sentence max. No crosstalk. And if you hesitate, the chat's going to roast you, and I probably will too, okay? And then we have round 4. It's Save the World, the final round. Each one of you gets a question. Give a message that you would deliver if the whole world stopped and listened. It can be funny, serious, inspirational, whatever you want your legacy to be, okay? So that's the structure. 4 rounds, 4 flavors of pressure. And chat, get your fire emojis ready. And panelists, take a deep breath, and we're going to get into the hot seat, okay? And with round 1, our very first question for everybody is, let me see. We're going to go with this one first, yeah. So who on the panel, okay? Who on the panel thrives on chaos more than truth? And we're going to start this one with Jack.
I think by default I have to go with Teriak. Even though it's contradictory because I think he's also seeking the truth. So it's kind of weird, but I'd go with Teriak.
Fair enough. Rev Russ.
Well, speak easy. I don't think you're immune here. I think you thrive on the chaos, brother.
That's fair.
My second answer.
That's fair. I'm like Muhammad Ali, I do best when my back's against the ropes, ready for it, all right? Shit. Dogs, what do you think?
I have to give it to Avers because he always has the mention of the chaos. He has to thrive on the chaos. He comes in, he causes chaos. It's fucking Avers. I'm sorry, bros. It's Avers. All right.
That's fair. Daniel, what do you think?
Avers is a chaotic motherfucker. I'm gonna have to agree with Doggy Boy.
That's fair. Teriak?
Has to be Avers purely for his Baby Killer 3000 machine.
Obvious.
Fair. That's
Heaven scene.
Jungle,
Salvation.
Yeah, Teriak just stole my answer, but I 4 votes for Avarice. That motherfucker, I've seen him in personal action, is the goddamn most chaotic motherfucker I've ever seen on planet Earth. Sam 3000 just doesn't make any sense. It's just for chaos. It's not for truth.
But it's for fun.
Fair. I like it. Are you
I will
crazy?
say that is one of the most unique and probably one of the best tag arguments I've ever heard, though.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, it's definitely unique. So I gotta take the head off to Avarice on that one. It may have been chaotic, but there was a lot of truth in that, and he was driving to it.
Avarice 100% gets my vote. If there's not chaos, he's going to create it. I'm not.
He'll find
Avarice.
a way. There's a whip, there's a way, right?
Yeah.
Let's just make this a magnanimous vote.
What do you think, Avarice?
No, I think there's also someone else that's in the dark with me all the time, and I think his name is Teriak.
He's a close nigga.
That's fair. That's extremely fair. Shiva, what do you think?
Jack, because any man who nearly burns his house down by microwaving steaks and forks clearly
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It's gonna come up multiple times. Every answer is gonna involve me at least once.
That's good. You know what? My answer actually was gonna be I have to give a tie to Avarice and Teriak, but like now I changed my answer. I'm also voting for Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
Damn, it's still tyrosine.
Shit. Hey, I'm a pupil, you know. I'm just up here learning.
Oh, shit, that's crazy.
He's experimenting with burning his house down and stuff.
You gotta get started somewhere. You know?
What put the cherry on top for me was the fact that he then says, "Oh yeah, in between like cooking the steaks, I was just taking hits of the bong," and it's like,
yeah,
why?
And I dropped more
I'm so
butter.
proud. Watching my house burn down.
Because it's weed.
Then I put him in the microwave.
Oh shit! Almost bit my tongue.
That's fair. All right, question number 2 for everyone. Who would absolutely be the villain in the Marvel verse? All right, out of everyone on the panel, of course. And we're gonna start this one with Teriak.
Probably go with myself. Purity, because of the Loki aspect to it. Because when you look at that first Avengers movie, right, Loki was actually the hero. You know what I'm saying? He's the reason why the Avengers got together. You know what I'm saying? He gave them a reason to unite and all this kind of shit. And he was going to betray Thanos as well. So I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
So he was like the villain hero.
Yes, the villainous hero.
I like it. I like it. Daniel.
Weren't you supposed to be the villain or the hero? I'm confused now.
Probably you. Because everything is in your control.
Damn.
You are the one above all, is what they call him. Although I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think the Living Tribunal is either. So you'd be either one, and you'd be still like all heavenly or something like that.
Oh
You'd be
shit!
celestial.
Peter's coming in to answer the last question. There, Yak is the biggest troll. You had Rob going red, and Rob is the sweetest guy ever. Yaki chaos.
Teriyaki.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. For
Oh
that.
no, yeah. Rob was totally pissed, and he usually doesn't get totally pissed. He gets frustrated. Totally pissed.
Daniel. Oh yeah, you said me. Dogs. What do you think? Who do you think would be the villain in the Marvel verse?
Well, I mean, I'm willing to push the button, so fuck all y'all.
All right, so then it's you.
Okay. All right. He's taking that role on himself.
Nice.
Rev Russ, what do you think?
Well, as far as left and liberal as Marvel has gone in recent years, I think they would totally villainize me.
Probably.
I'd literally be the next Thanos trying to bring balance to the universe.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Like they're DEI as fuck, man. They probably hate Christians.
Jack, what do you think?
I think it's Daniel. I don't think he could put up with the shit, so he just, he'd be the perfect villain.
Like with an end-all plan.
Yeah, just
Like nothing's
you're
worth
just
it.
pissed.
I'm just gonna.
You're done with it all.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shiva, what do you think?
Look, I think we can all agree that there are certain acts that is beyond the pale, beyond redemption, like crimes so heinous that we can barely speak about them. And I think we would all agree that microwaving a steak is a crime against humanity.
I told you every answer is
Yeah.
That's fair. That actually makes sense. Only villains would do that. That doesn't actually make sense.
You heresy! How dare you?
Average, what do you think?
I would never do that.
There's only one true villain, and that's the one that has control of who comes on and off the panels and mutes us all. That's Speakeasy. He also has Shang Tsung as his character,
Shang
which is
Speakeasy.
which is proof more villainous activity.
Thought it was shaky speak.
That's fair.
Shaky speaker. Whatever the fuck.
Are you crazy? What do you think?
How dare this man go out spread the word in his dark avatar, Rev Russ?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The dark avatar gives it away. Jungle, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Teriak based on his last debate performance, changing his voice, trying to pretend to be other people like Mystique. He's not secure with himself. He always wants to be somebody else. He has to go down for that.
Mystique.
First of all, it was Steelborn trying to impersonate me, so I was just returning fire,
I
sir.
swear that's Dale Grill from
you
King of the
ain't
Hill.
doing it.
Seriously, close your eyes and let him talk, and just think King of the Hill. You'll see Dale Grill. I guarantee it.
Shit, that's too funny.
Smoking a cigarette and spraying stuff with pesticide.
I think for me, I'm just like strictly based off of the picture of the dog pushing the nuke launch button over here.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna have to pick dogs.
Ultimate
Right?
villain.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you.
he's
I
like,
think you would.
He's already
Yeah,
the villain.
he's-
You know what I mean? He's just
But is that like the Cuban Missile Crisis launch button, like Kim Jong Un, or is that like U.S. hitting Japan because
dogs
they?
with buttons,
No matter
can't
what,
trust them.
bros.
No, it's a laser because it's Marvelverse.
Nukes with lasers.
It's got to be more. Yeah, it's got to be more fantastic. Has to be more fantastical.
Nuke.
He's got the laugh for it already.
Well,
Get this straight.
it still could be a laser. Hey, have you ever heard of suspension of disbelief?
What the fuck is a nuke laser? All right, that's what.
All right, we'll
it
talk
says
about
nuke.
the trained dolphins after. Okay, we'll talk about those later.
Oh,
Um,
you want those? I'll
who on
I
the
said
panel?
suspension of disbelief.
Wait, who on the panel is most likely to rewrite history after losing? And we're gonna start this one with Shiva.
Well, look, it's not often that a man can lose to a steak. And I think eventually we are going to see Jack attempt to rewrite history.
It never happened.
So that he didn't nearly burn his house down by microwaving a steak and 400 pounds of butter.
I think that's a fair answer, actually.
Inevitable.
Shit. Avarice, what do you think?
Jungle, because he can afford to do it.
Damn.
They don't call it his story for no reason.
Nope. He's got main character syndrome.
Shit. Are you crazy? What do you think?
I'm going to think it would be Teriak because he's never lost a debate. He's going to go back and say, "I won that. I won that. I won that." You know what I mean? Even when he lost.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Fair assessment.
Yeah.
Jungle, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with that guy named Jack who's always trying to learn something new. He's gonna figure out that nothing's right ever, and he's just gonna write his own story.
That's fair.
That's a fair answer. I believe that one. That's a compelling argument. Teriak, what do you think?
First of all, crazy. I've literally conceded debates in the debate. Okay, so that can't be true. I'm gonna go with
That's not
Shiva
my friend.
purely. I'm gonna go with Shiva purely because he's British, and that's what British people do.
But he's got good,
History,
you know, his
right?
voice,
History.
his accent.
British.
No, we don't rewrite history. We write the history.
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh shit. Daniel, what do you think?
Definitely Jack. Do I have to explain why?
You don't have to.
Cooking skills.
It's just a mic drop. That's all it is.
I mean, literally, the one time that he microwaved that steak, he'll rewrite that.
One of these days.
And that is that counts as rewriting history.
As long as Shiva doesn't talk about it for one day.
For one day at least.
Dogs, what do you think? That's a fair answer.
Fucking Jack. Take it.
Jack. All right, that makes sense. Rev.
Well, gentlemen, I think it's a collective effort. You see, Jungle's going to fund this project. Speakeasy and Shiva, they're going to design this time machine. Crazy, Avarice, and I, we're going to build it. And then Jack's going to jump in that thing, go back in time like John Connor and undo that steak debacle. Real quick.
I think that might be true.
Not bad, Rev.
That's a really sound logic there.
Yep. That makes total sense to me, actually. Jack, what do you think?
I think it's me. I'm rewriting that shit. That shit never happened. You guys are falsing on my name.
Yep, you should have never told that.
Don't worry, Jack.
You're right about one thing. It's never happened.
Too bad. Too bad.
Are you saying?
We all know.
Are you saying
It
it was
never
a
happened.
mistake?
Given proof
Jack?
and admitted. I'm just saying, you admitted to this. He did it. We
It
all
was
have
ground
the
beef.
story. We all have, I'm sorry.
Fair.
Yeah.
No, we can't move on yet. There's one more round of the roast to go.
Yep.
Hopefully not for that steak, though.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done three.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've only done 3.
Oh yeah. You're right. I am on the third one. I'm looking straight at it too. Oh, and I got to answer this one. So for me, sorry, Jack, you just you proved the point, right? You kind of said that you're gonna rewrite it. So
Give
can't
me.
deny.
It's what I said in my golfing, you know. Did you not get it?
Yay, I won once. Yay.
I won one. He said.
You're rewriting it in
All right,
time.
next one here. Who last one for the trap card round, okay? Who on the panel, all right, who has the strongest ego? I'm going to start this one with Jungle.
Strongest ego meaning that it's a powerful one, or they are self-absorbed by so much that they just have the biggest ego?
have.
Yeah, I'd say
They-
the biggest ego, yeah.
Biggest ego is 100% Teriak. He just is so indulged with himself that he has to be somebody else to get away from himself all the time.
That's a fair answer. That's fair. Are you crazy? Oh, did he step away for a call? He might have. He might have stepped away for a call. We'll get Avarice going for now. Avarice.
Ego. That's a Jack of Blades. Because I'm hitting on the Shiva hate train too with that.
I like it. Shiva.
I mean, look, anyone who thinks that it's appropriate to microwave a steak in 15 gallons of melted butter has to be an egomaniac. So my vote is for Jack.
I love how the gallons of butter keep going up. It's too good.
I know too.
Jack, what do you think?
Shit, I guess it's me.
Fucking gay.
I can't even think someone that might have a stronger ego than mine.
You have no ego, bro. Just saying.
Exactly. That's the paradigm, you know. Since I don't have one, it's the strongest, you know. Philosophy, you know. Think about it.
think about it. Okay. Logic. Rev?
30 gallons of butter, Jack?
I had a tub full of
The
it.
biggest ego would have to be me. I mean, listen to this voice. I get up on a pulpit and I preach. And yeah, so you got to have a pretty big ego to be able to do that. And yeah, Redact, you are still being watched, and from the pulpit we see everything. Even you holding hands with that girl named Kimberly.
Yep.
Damn
I
it.
see it all, just so you know. Dogs, what do you think?
Well, I was gonna say Teriak first off. Actually, no, I'm gonna roll with Teriak. He is such a young buck that has such a pay attention to me personality. Like, he's got that ego. Like, look at me go. My bros, my leprechauns, pay attention to me.
All
He
right.
really does.
All right, you went all in. Daniel, what do you think?
I mean, you have to have a pretty fucked up ego to think that actually microwaving a steak would actually be an actual thing that you can do. Plus, how many gallons did you say? Is your ego
I don't know.
as
It keeps
big
getting
as that
rewritten.
many? Is your ego as big as that many gallons?
It needs more, honestly.
I'm in more gallons. That's just how it is. Too much. Too much.
Guys, everything is better with butter. You ever try butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so good.
Well, I
You
mean,
ever
butter
tried
is
butter on a
amazing.
Pop-Tart? It's so freaking good. I love that song. So good.
Oh, shit.
Anyone who doesn't watch Family Guy doesn't get the reference, right? Those are the old classic Family Guy when it used to be good. All right. Are You Crazy go first since he's back? Are You Crazy? What do you think?
Yo, I just came in. I lost internet.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh.
I noticed. Who has the strongest ego?
Oh shit, that'd be Avarice. 100%.
100%.
Avarice.
Fair enough. And Teriak, what do you think?
I'd say me. I'm great. These are all retards. Go fuck yourselves.
Called it.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Called it. You fucking.
You little leprechaun.
Egotistical little fucking leprechaun. You knew.
Yeah, that's funny that Teriak said that, because when someone said that it was me, I was gonna say, well then, yeah, I'm gonna actually just take it that it's me too, but I'm gonna say that it's a good big ego. You know what I mean? Like, it means that I'm confident, ambitious, these type of things. Resilient. I'm grounded in reality. Those type of things. That's what my big ego does. All right.
Based ego.
Avarice's face right now is like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Shit. All right. That is the last one for the trap card round. All right. Now we're getting into the deep thoughts round. All right. This one's makes you have to think a little more. All right. And could be outside the box, philosophical, anything along these lines. Let's start it out. We're gonna start out this one with Jack of Blades. Does comfort make us weaker?
Yes. I think comfort makes us weaker. We get used to something and we fall back on it. And I think that it literally makes the word. You're comfortable, so I don't think you try as hard, and that kind of over time can make you weaker.
Okay. Rev, what do you think?
Yes, comfort can make us weaker. hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times, and easy times create weak men. It's because of the comfort that is created by the strong men that the weak men enjoy. But then when that comfort is gone, then only the strong survive.
Okay.
Based.
Okay. Dogs.
Oh, yeah, I'm here now. Okay, yeah. So I have an interesting one on this. So yes, if you only have comfort, it will make you weaker. But the seek for comfort might make you stronger. Right? That's where I go. So the seek for comfort might make you stronger. So I have an interesting take on this one. So I don't know where to go on that one exactly.
No, that's fair. That's a good answer. Daniel, what do you think?
Sometimes, but not always. If we just stay comfortable and we don't try to actually go outside of our comfort zone, then we're probably just gonna stay weak the entire time.
Okay. Teriak, what do you think?
Yeah, comfort makes you weaker.
I like it. Straight to the point.
Bam!
Mic drop.
Jungle, what do you think?
I'm going to take the opposite on this one. Comfort does not make you weaker in all cases. In one particular case, if you're not comfortable firing a weapon and you're uncomfortable instead, you might not be as accurate and get the job done.
Okay.
Fair.
Nice take. Good take.
I like it. Avarice, what do you think?
I'm also taking the opposite. I think that the poor that find comfort end up becoming weak, but people that were comfort and were raised out of comfort, like royalty or some kind of like nepotism, they know that there's something worth protecting, so they're brought up in a warrior-like mentality to protect that comfort. So it doesn't make them weaker. It actually makes them stronger because they have knowledge that there's worth something to protect.
Yeah, you're seeking comfort. Right?
Okay.
You're seeking comfort.
You already have it. You know that you have to protect it. And then you know what the comfort looks like, and you know what it doesn't look like from the tower looking down. And it's worth protecting that comfort at all costs, whether to even lay your life down going, fuck no, I'm not going to sleep with the pigs. I'll fucking die before I go down there.
Yeah, but privileged people don't realize what it takes.
That's why I
to
said
earn
it comes
something.
from the poor. Again, it's why it comes from the poor that find comfort, end up becoming weak. But when you're already comfort and you understand that royalty aspect, when you come from nepotism, you understand you're born and indoctrinated into that kind of protection for the comfort.
I disavow.
Oh, you can disavow all your day, but I still fucking hold my ground all the time, and I come from nepotism. And you guys sit here and say I hold my ground like no one's business.
Oh, Peaches wants to add in.
It does track.
Peaches wants to add in for 5. Says, I'd agree, except comfort in the Lord Jesus Christ always makes us stronger. He's the only rest that makes us stronger. Jesus always brings strength. Amen, Peaches.
Amen.
Amen.
I like it. I like
Face
it. What do you
facts.
think? Are you crazy?
Hello, Peaches. Good one. I think if we get in comfort, we will seek it as humans. If you get there, your body can get weak. If you know what I mean, your muscles will. What do you call it? There's a word for it. I can't remember it right now, but
atrophy.
Yeah. Thank you. I think
You get
I think
old.
I can come out
Is
of
that
that.
what you're talking about? You get old, so they don't.
No, I think he's just saying like in a physical way. Like if
Get
you don't
fucking
work
old.
your muscles, they're
You
eventually.
can be young or old. It does not matter.
They get worked and they get old.
Yeah.
No, it does not matter whether you're young or old. If you sit in comfort long enough, yeah, you'll regret it.
Yeah, he's saying physically. Yeah.
Yeah, physically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're saying you get? Oh, wait. Never mind. I shouldn't say that on YouTube. Never mind.
Shiva, what do you think?
Corrected myself here.
I think that we probably need to adopt a middle ground. If your life is just pleasure, then there's no there's no reason for you to try and be better. But if your life is just pain, then it's going to be difficult for you to even see that things can be better. So it seems to be the case that we need a kind of mixture of both pleasure and pain in order to be well-rounded human beings. So does it make us weaker? No, but if you're seeking it, then probably that's probably neurotic. But comfort in and of itself doesn't necessarily make us weaker.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. And
Facts.
so like for me, when it's talking about like, are you crazy? What he said, the physical aspect of it, I'd agree with this, right? Like, you know, I see the difference in myself if I'm not physically active compared to when I am, right? So like obviously that's just the reality of our biological you know, meat machines we're here in. But but like when it comes to like even like mentally, I don't think this is necessarily always the case, and then a lot of it might actually be the opposite, right? So like the kid who's like comfortable at home is able to learn a lot fucking better than the kid that's not.
Yep.
Right. So like is he weaker or is he stronger than the kid that's not comfortable at home? Right. So like I think in a lot of cases actually the comfort is what's gonna help you like work on your strength. This is how we've like built so much good shit as human beings, because we've been able to make societies that made us comfortable with laws and this and that, and then people fucking used their minds to make even better shit, right? So like when we talk about weaker, we would have to be thinking about what we mean physically, mentally. But I think when it comes to like mentally, in a lot of cases, I think actually the comfort is what keeps us stronger rather than the opposite. Anyone disagree or anything?
I agree with it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And like Shiva said, there's got to be a mix of some middle ground there someplace.
Yeah, that's why you write these in as deep questions, because you could see it from both sides, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So makes sense.
Well, when you're in the middle ground, that's when you're like trying to agree that you should fight for it and actually want to keep the comfort and what Avarice said. Basically, you want that shit. You want to keep it.
Well, and this is why I just bring up like when it comes to kids, right? Like we know kids that grow up in 2-parent households, they have a lot of benefits to being members of society and to their own lives because of this, and it's because of the comfort of having a mother and father at home, right? So it's
actually really nice.
Yeah, makes you think, right? What do you guys think about this one? We'll start. Who started that one?
Me.
That was Jack. Okay, so we'll start this one with Teriak. Oh, what did I just do? Nope, wrong one. Is loyalty a virtue or a liability? Teriak?
I'm trying to think. Is there any way to like liability? Nah, it has to be a virtue, bro.
All right,
You know what I mean?
all right.
Because like when you look at like for example like Trump, I mean the amount of like psyops and propaganda, all this kind of shit, like that own Schroer cunt, like Trump literally pardoned him, and he's there making a video going after him, all this kind of shit. It's like, bro, loyalty's a virtue.
Okay, I like it. Daniel, what do you think?
Loyalty is a virtue, absolutely. Trust, and maybe more so blind trust, is the actual liability. But if you're going to earn my loyalty, you better be a really virtuous person. That's all I have to say.
All right. Oh, what do you think, Dogs? Dogs?
He's hitting his weed. He's just taking a hit of weed.
He's pushing the button.
I don't think
He's
that's
pushing the
what
button.
I think he's falling asleep. Rev, what do you think?
You
Hmm.
Use my mic. My bad.
Dogs, man, come on, get with the program, bro. You're on the panel.
I know. I don't know why the fuck it changed my mic. That was weird. I was reloading some things. But anyways, when it comes to loyalty and virtue and liability, but when it comes to loyalty, wouldn't you consider that more of a virtue than a liability regardless? Like
Yeah.
you
Your
you
answer,
want
we're asking
loyal you want loyal people to have that virtue regardless of the liability. It goes to parents. Like as parents, aren't you not loyal and virtuous versus the liability?
All right. Rev, what do you think?
I'd say loyalty is a virtue when it serves truth, and it's actually a liability when it replaces it. See, loyalty is a virtue when it's ordered under truth, righteousness, and God, but it does become a liability when it binds you to things like sin, error, or even blind allegiance to men or systems.
Okay.
Nice.
Jack, what do you think?
I think it is loyalty is a virtue. I think that's what it's based on. But I could see the other side of this where you can be liable to something or someone that is not beneficial to you because maybe something like ego or something like that. There's things that play into that would kind of preclude you from being able to see that it's a liability towards you instead of a virtue. Because I think normally it is a virtue, but it can be used as a liability if you're just blindly faithful to it and you don't exercise thought into the process.
All right. Jungle.
Loyalty is virtuous. When you are loyal to your own ego, you have built your own self-confidence based on life experience, and you are able to express it much better when you are loyal to yourself. Teriak?
Hello.
Wait, what?
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
All right. What do you say, Avarice?
I think it's loyalty's a bit of a virtue, more or less. Like, I mean, like you have to, because like it can feel like a liability, but you have to be virtuous enough to hold on to it, right? So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I think loyalty is a virtue. I have to add what Rev said there. But it can be a liability, and I like the word integrity. In order for you to get my loyalty, I'm going to see how much integrity you have.
Okay.
What you do when nobody's looking. It'll show.
Based.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shiva, what do you think?
I don't know. The question seems odd because when we look at what loyalty is, it's just a kind of committed support for something, right? So it doesn't seem to me that if we're going to speak the language of virtue, that it necessarily is either virtuous or non-virtuous. It probably depends upon what it is that you're placing your loyalty upon. So, I mean, if we're going to, and even if you're placing your loyalty upon something that is, say, let's just say good rather than bad, to use a particular type of language, it can still be a personal liability, right?
But
like it doesn't
yeah,
seem to me that the two are mutually exclusive.
Okay. Yeah. that I actually, what I was thinking about was your friend to thing and friend with earlier that you had brought up. And with this question, and like, if the loyalty, because you got to think like that would mean if you held the loyalty part as the highest virtue, right? You would be in this like place where like if your friend does something, you know, that you don't agree with, or they're lying or things like this, if your loyalty is what you consider like the high virtue, you would end up making this above truth in that situation, right? So like would it actually be virtuous in that situation is what I'm talking about. Or if you talk about like justice in itself, it's like a loyalty would protect its own at all costs, right?
Yeah.
Is that justice?
Well,
So does it make it virtuous anymore?
Yeah, that's where I was getting with the second part of my answer.
Presumably, if someone is loyal to something that you personally find heinous, like say for example, if someone was loyal to the Nazi Party of World War II, right? Which I think we could all agree is horrendous. Like if loyalty is a virtue, then them being loyal to what they hold to be true, that in itself must be virtuous, right?
Right, that's what I was trying to get at there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a deep one to think about, you know. So I like these questions. It gets your mind thinking a little bit like.
Then you have to think about what is the difference between virtue and liability. Which one's more fucking existential than the other? Which one's more just a fucking regular word?
Right. Here, so for our next one, we'll start this one with Shiva. We've done this one a while back, but anyways, are humans naturally cooperative or competitive?
I mean, both.
Yeah, this is where we got stuck here. Everyone kept
Oh,
saying,
damn.
but you had to say more of one.
Like if we take like say sports teams, like football is a very competitive game, right? But in order to win the game, you need to cooperate with your teammates, and so it doesn't seem to me that the two are necessarily, again, mutually exclusive. I think maybe as children, we're probably instinctively more competitive, and we have to be taught how to cooperate. So maybe we're naturally more competitive than cooperative.
Okay. And before we get to Are You Crazy Quick, Peaches on the last one there, thank you for 5, says, lack of loyalty could only be a liability unless your loyalty is to evil. Loyalty to God is the only type of loyalty that means anything positive. Thank you, Peaches. I appreciate that big time. Are You Crazy? What do you think? Are humans naturally cooperative or competitive? And if you would also say both, think which one are they more of, if you would have to say?
I think we're born naturally as competitive, and as we grow older, kind of like what she was saying, we learn that sometimes to be competitive, you got to cooperate with others. But I think naturally competitive.
All right. I like it. Avarice, what do you think?
I think we're naturally competitive. Like, especially men, we always are sizing each other up against other men. That's like naturally. We're all competitive.
It just comes out, yeah. It's like a group of dudes you see all hanging out together, and then all of a sudden a chick comes around and they all start dogging on each other.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Right there. Especially if she's good looking. Look out. You might get a black eye on that one.
Yeah. That's funny. Jungle, what do you think?
We're naturally competitive, both female and male. Males are competitive with one another to be the best male, and females are competitive one another to get the best male.
Based.
Facts. I like it. Jack of Blades, what do you think?
I think we can kind of be both, but I think overall, I think we are definitely more competitive off of basically what everything we said there. You know, I think that's more. I think that's more likely. I think people do cooperate and have an instinct to cooperate, but even at the end of the day, within that, there's competitiveness. So,
I like it. I like it. Rev, what do you think?
I would say that humans are naturally both. But in a fallen world, it seems that like competition usually corrupts cooperation into something like self-interest, right? And scripture shows that we're made for ordained fellowship, dominion, and mutual dependence on each other, and not exactly like the isolated rivalry that we see coming up naturally. But I think sin bends the heart towards things like pride, envy, and power, and corrupts our cooperation into self-interest.
All right. All
Thanks.
right. Dogs, what do you think? You with us,
You don't think
Dogs?
shit, he's pushing the button
Fix
again.
your motherfucking mic. All right, we'll come back to Dogs. Daniel.
We're naturally competitive. We're always trying to be right, and we're always trying to be fucking really honestly the alpha male or the queen bee. It's really natural, and all of us. Also, like, if you can't prove someone wrong, then go prove someone else wrong. Also, we're always trying to find out who's who's the person to blame. It's just all fucking competition, and I don't know. I don't like it. It's not
Tired
fun.
of my mic. Can now? Do
You
guys
back,
hear me?
Dogs?
Yeah, you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think?
I'm gonna say, like, obviously, we're all competitive creatures. Like, whether we can cooperate or not, we're all competitive about our cooperation and how we naturally cooperate. Like, we're all competitive. Fuck y'all. We're all taking it for the goal. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's almost magnanimous.
All right. Before we get to Teriak here, 1 second. Peaches comes in with a 5, says, God calls us sheep for a reason. There are very few who compete. Most of us are sheep. That's why PsyOps works so well. Groupthink is innate. Thank you for that, Peaches. And also Rule Over 2 for $2 said, that's a cooperative answer. Teriak, what do you think?
I would say competitive. A lot of people view competition as a bad thing, but competition is neither good nor bad. You can compete against yourself, for example. That would be an example of good competition. Competition breeds excellence. Cooperation, like, should we cooperate with tyrants? Should we cooperate with like, terrorists and all this kind of shit?
Necessarily.
All right, I like it. So I remember last time we talked about this, I actually took the cooperative side because I said how like for the competition part, there has to be some cooperation on like what's the rules of this competition, what is what makes the man, right? What makes the woman the best woman. Right, so there has to be actually some type of cooperation on this, the so-called rules of this engagement. But just as I'm listening in too, I thought about something kind of funny, but kind of true at the same time. Before we even get to come out kicking and screaming, every single one of us were one time a sperm cell inside of our dad's balls, and we raced and competed to make sure we got to the egg first. So I mean,
Yeah.
I guess
Literally,
Good point.
we're definitely competitive. You know what I mean?
literally before birth, we are competitive.
Fucking facts.
Before you
We
could
raced
have
to that
been,
spot right off the get-go.
before you had the
Yep.
chance to be aborted.
That's right. We fucking
Wait, does that mean that we exist in the semen?
Yes.
Oh, no.
We're fluid. We're fluid.
That is true.
we were fighting.
We're all
with
sailors.
Other ones around us, we fucking were smacking them, making sure they couldn't get in there.
I was
sir.
first, bitch.
We won.
I
And
won.
then, like, you
I know
have
I
like
won.
the idea, you know, I brought this up last time too, but like obviously, I think for us to have, you know, society and continuation of humans and all of this, right? Like the cooperation of having children and parenting and all of this, right? Like this is definitely a cooperation that happens. But I do agree with everyone that it's we have like the competition, and I agree with what Teriak was saying that it's not a bad thing. It's actually good, right? There should
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
competition.
Yep.
We're all winners.
We're all fucking winners.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's about
definitionally.
excellence.
Hang on, wait a minute.
And
That's
you get a car. And
definitionally
you
not
get a
true.
car.
You're gonna be
Where's my
crazy
car?
ass bitch, be like, we're all winners. Yeah, look at me.
You owe me a car now, Jack.
I can microwave steaks.
Yeah, he doesn't want a microwave in that car.
Oh no.
No, no.
Yeah, I don't want to pimp
Don't
my
give
ride
him
kind of
a
car.
microwave ever.
Shit. All right.
Talking
and
about
then
Revoke his so-called right to own one.
we started that one with Shiva, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
this one we'll start with Jungle. Can tradition exist without stagnation?
I don't know what those words mean. No, I'm joking. Tradition. I'm gonna have to go with no, and I'm just gonna leave it there.
All right.
I'll let somebody else explain it.
All right. What do you think, Avarice?
Can tradition exist without stagnation? Well, I mean, tradition can move forward, so I think it can exist without it being stagnant. It just depends on what your traditions are based off of, right? So that's a tricky question.
Yep. That's fair.
That's how these questions are designed.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this one's not designed one way or the other. This one's more opinionated, you piece of shit.
That's not my opinion,
Like
dude.
what preferences is.
Shit.
That's not my
Are you-
opinion.
Are you crazy? What do you think?
Yeah, it will stagnate. Certain traditions would. This is a hard one. It can exist without stagnation to a certain, depending on which tradition we're talking about.
Yep. Fair. What do you think, Shiva?
I think people are answering a question that isn't being asked. I think the question that people are answering is, can a tradition exist without stagnation? But that's not the question. The question is, can tradition exist without stagnation? And I would argue no, because in order for something to become traditional, development has to cease. It has to stop changing, right? So whilst you can say that a tradition that adopts new practices can exist without stagnation, I don't think the question as posed, it kind of has to be no, right?
Yeah, the British guy stole my answer. Good job.
Yeah, he said it better than I did. It's that damn accent.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. It's that damn accent. He's like, yeah, I'm convinced. Whatever you say, Shiva, I believe you.
I'm like a little dog looking out the window, waiting for the master.
Oh shit. Jack, what do you think?
I think the similar way, like I would say no. I think Shiva kind of hit it on the head. What I will say is, I also can see it somewhat from the other perspective, because there's like things like the Day of the Dead, which is a tradition, and people always have to be birthed to die. You know, like so that whole tradition is something in the future, like you're progressing in it. You know, so that's the only thing I could really think of. I don't know if that's kind of I'm sure
I get what
somebody
you're
could poke
trying to say.
holes in that, but yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say.
But I think overall it's no. I think it has to be stagnant because that's the only way you can know about the tradition, you know?
Yep, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Before we get on to Rev Russ, Spartacus came in for 5 about the last question there. Said competitive, which is good because rising tides raises all ships. Let's fucking go.
Amen to that.
Spartacus. I agree with that. Rev, what do you think?
Well, I don't think tradition has to be stagnant as long as it's like rooted in truths and alive and faithful application. I think the problem isn't like tradition itself, but more so of like dead traditionalism. See, tradition rooted in truth is well preserved, but when it starts stagnating into dead traditionalism, it just preserves an empty shell of what was.
All right, I like it. I like it. What do you think, dogs?
Can you hear me now?
Dogs, you with us?
Yeah.
If you didn't have,
oh, there we go.
Hold on. If you didn't have a tradition that wasn't like constant, how would you not have a tradition?
Can I be the first to say that didn't make any sense?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Is he
no,
asking
no,
a
no,
question
no.
on the question?
Where does tradition come from, anyways? Like you have to have tradition, which is a historical thing. You have to. So without that, would you not keep the tradition anyways, or without that, where does the tradition go? Or tradition? Yeah, wow.
Well, that's
It's
kind of
get-
what I was saying. Is if it keeps going, you know, how do you know where that tradition ends? But if it's stagnant, you know all of that tradition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Daniel, what do you think?
Does
I
Christianity
think
change?
that tradition is stagnant. It's because, you know, how are you going to pass it down along the ages without people forgetting it? Unless you want to rewrite history, like Jack.
It's all been about me this whole time.
So all of history is subjective, according to Jack, anyway.
It's my
Okay.
world.
Oh, it smells like butter.
Yep, and microwave steaks. Yes.
Ariak, what do you think?
Tradition can exist if it accounts for change. An example would be the Constitution of America. Amendments are part of the Constitution, ergo the Constitution will always change. That tradition can exist and exist through the ages.
Okay.
That's like a tradition of changing.
Okay.
A tradition accounts for change.
Yes.
What's going on here? My shit just all went weird. What the fuck? Anyways.
Right, but in that instance, Tariaq, wouldn't the tradition be the ability to amend the Constitution, and that itself doesn't change, right? That's not developing.
Shit all weird.
Change is constant, brother.
That doesn't appear to be an answer to the question that I asked you, but okay.
That's Terry.
It's an observable fact of the universe.
Right. I don't think anyone's contesting that.
Mm-hmm.
Mic drop.
So if the tradition accounts for change, then it can't exist without stagnation.
What I would say, and real quick too, if one of the mods on the Rumble can tell me, is it because for me it shows the Rumble live is going, but the chat is all nothing's going on. Someone tell me what's going on over there. But for me, for this, so I actually think it's so when it comes to tradition, because like Shiva says it right, we're not talking about a specific tradition, we're just talking about tradition in general. And I think I was trying to think of one. Language. This is a tradition, and it changes all the time. We have so many of them. So, like, is that stagnant? Or does that mean, like, the tradition of having a language is a stable tradition? I think there's a difference between stability and stagnant, right? And I think that, like, traditions that last is because they're stable, not rather than stagnant. Stagnant would require that there's no there's no adaptiveness to it whatsoever. But like you would even just like we could use language in the sense of like Christianity, right? There's a or the structure of the Bible, right? There's a stability here, but there's an adaptiveness with all the different languages, the transliterations, all this. So like, do you guys think there's a difference between stability and stagnant, or am I just crazy?
I'm still chewing over the idea that language is a tradition. I'd need to think about that. Yeah.
Our tradition indicates would indicate something that's static, right? I mean, it's constant. So probably going to stagnate at some point.
No,
Beginning again on what tradition?
I mean, when I picture stagnation of a tradition, it's basically it started out as something meaningful. You know, people had a purpose in it, but then as time progressed, it just became hollowed out and just a repetition with no actual meaning behind it. So it's just a shell of what it was.
Stagnation means
In
that
fact-
it never changes. It like freezes.
Yeah, it stops developing. Yeah, I would argue that language definitionally isn't. Well, that language generally isn't a tradition, but it can be. I know, like an example of language that has become a tradition, I would say, is Canadian French, which is more like French spoken in France 200 years ago than it is like contemporary French spoken today.
Yeah, but wait. What? Okay.
Isn't that the case that the
where
French
does language like you speaking English? You didn't invent English.
Right. I'm not saying that I did.
So the speaking English is a tradition. Hey, you learned it from your parents and your culture.
Traditional language would
society
be,
that you're in.
But then you
That
could
would be
kind of
like
make
a tradition.
you could kind of make the argument then. Well, I mean, I'd need to think about it, like
Yeah.
because I'd need to because you could argue that if a tradition is the kind of handing down of like customs.
Yeah.
Like I suppose you could make the argument
With
that
language as well. That's why we have old
Yeah.
words to go to the historical roots of why we use these things in English. Like, yeah, the different like phrases and idioms that are tied to like past events that we use today.
Oh, like Jack of Blades.
Sticky.
It's a tradition. The microwave.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Fine. I mean, tradition can exist without stagnation. Fair enough.
Let's go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, it's a deep one. I like it. It's these questions, and I've been working on the next season's ones too. They're getting even more brain melting, if you will. But now we're getting into the speed round. All right, lightning round. One word or one sentence only for the answers. No crosstalk on this one. All right. And we'll start this one with Teriak. Loud or quiet?
Quiet.
All right, Daniel.
I was muted. Loud.
Fair enough. Dogs.
Quiet.
Rev.
Loud, like the tens in my trunk.
Jack.
Oh, God.
Quiet.
All right. Jungle.
Loud and proud. I got a big ego.
Let's go. Avarice.
This is a trick question, right?
You baby.
We all know.
I don't know if I know what quiet means.
Yeah, obviously.
That's fair. Are you crazy?
Loud and low.
I like it. Shiva.
Well, this won't surprise you. It depends. Loud at a rave, but quiet when you're fishing.
I like it. That's a good answer. For me, I'm gonna do loud. It's just in my blood. I blame it on my parents. Next one. Speak or listen, and not me speak. You speak. Speak or listen, and we're gonna start this one with Jack of Blades.
Listen.
All right, Rev.
Speak for me. Listen for y'all.
Dogs.
Prove it.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to lean with listen.
Oh, I hit my mute. My bad. Thank you, Daniel.
Oh, listen. I like to learn from other people around me.
Okay. Teriak.
Listen, you learn far more from listening than you do from speaking.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Shiva.
It depends. Sometimes listening is more important. Sometimes speaking is.
Okay. Are you crazy?
You make the fuck up your mind.
I'm a listen and learn type person.
Fair enough.
I'm
Avarice?
speaking now. Probably listening because it says you have to listen for God, right? So, yeah.
I like it. Jungle.
Listen more than you speak, and speak only when you make sense.
There you go. Yeah.
Whoa, that made sense.
Yeah.
I like it. The old classic saying I say to everyone, I also say to myself, God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth so I could listen twice as much as I speak.
But God gave me one mouth bigger than both my ears combined. What about that?
The ears are intake.
That is true.
I have no earlobes. I got no lobes.
Your program is messed up.
That's all it is.
Well, you're
I think you would have something to say about that one.
Let's start this one with Jungle. Authority or autonomy?
Authority.
I like it. Avarice.
Authority.
I like it. Are you crazy?
Yep. Authority.
I like it. Shiva.
Autonomy.
Yeah, because you're a bitch.
It's because I'm free.
Yeah, free. Teriak.
Autonomy. Tyranny of the majority,
Yeah,
gentlemen.
the emo bitch. You want to be with the emo bitch, Shiva?
The
You want to be
tyranny
the emo
of the
bitch,
majority,
Shiva?
gentlemen.
You joining
He
the
was gonna
fucking
change his
Irish
answer
emo
now.
bitch?
He's joining me.
True. Daniel.
I'm epileptic. I can't fucking drive. I fucking can't do shit. So I'd way rather be autonomous. Cause I'm a bitch. I also respect my
that's true.
authority.
Yeah, you're bitches, all of you.
Yes,
Or you could take my disease away from me.
Authority, good stuff.
Well, if you give me the authority over you, I will help you with your disease. How's that?
Fuck y'all with your autonomy.
Okay.
You bow down and give me your.
So first, I suggest all your money from your bank accounts, please send it to me. My authority has spoken.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, Doug.
I
So
need
what
to
do
know
you,
how to
what do you say?
manage your
Authority or
medicine.
autonomy, Doug?
Authority.
Okay. Rev.
I'd say autonomy is important, but authority is even more important than that.
Authority.
Especially which authority you bow to.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
You
I
bow
like it.
down.
Jack.
Give me your
Authority.
Authority.
Yeah.
I like it.
Bitch, please.
Wait. Was that's the end? Yeah. Wait. For this one, yeah, we started with jungle. So for me, I would have to say authority. All right. Fuck
I wonder why.
And then Peaches came in for 5, also said the only thing that cannot change is a covenant of God and nature of God. Everything else changes. Nothing is new in this world. Thank you.
Exactly.
For that. I appreciate that, Peaches. And then the last one for the lightning round, risk or safety. And we'll start this one with Shiva.
Risk. Oh, sorry. I heard my name.
It wasn't ever risk.
Oh,
It was
already wish.
risk or safety. Okay.
Safety is an illusion. There is only risk.
I like it. Are you crazy?
Risk.
Okay. Avarice.
This is a tricky one. I consider myself risky. Is that the right answer? No.
That's fair. That's fair. Jungle.
With comfort, authority, take risk. Period.
I like it.
Yep.
Got them all tied in there. I like it. Teriak.
Yeah, of course this bitch wants safety.
I'd say risk.
That's about right.
Well, damn.
He's in his little on bubble. He can't, he can't.
He got butter in the pan.
Or maybe
He's playing it safe.
He said risk.
He's playing it safe.
Oh, he said risk?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
Because y'all keep over talking motherfuckers on the panel.
We're all hanging out having a good time.
Oh, shit. Daniel, what do you think?
Risk, so I can always be pushing myself to be better. And I also am at risk every day of having a seizure and falling down on my face.
That's fair.
It's fucking fact.
Authoritative risk.
Risque.
Risque, right? Yeah, no, I actually think the best learning experiences you're gonna have is taking a risk. Then you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna learn off your failing. So, risk.
Okay. All right, Rev, what do you think?
Risk. I mean, I love that game. Have you guys ever played safety? It's boring.
I have Star Wars Risk.
True, the game safety sucks. I get it. That's fair.
Fuck your risk. I play Axis and Allies.
Jack of Blades, what do you think?
Well, I would have went with risk, but when I risk something like cooking 10 steaks, I nearly burned down
You
my
wanted
house.
the
So I think I need
Really?
safety for myself. So I need a wife. You know, I just need a wife to cook the
Oh,
steaks for me.
That's
Can I get
fair.
some butter with that?
Fair.
That's fair to keep you safe from yourself. That
Yeah.
is absolutely fair.
Keep you from doing that ever again.
I'm gonna say definitely risk. All right, taking risks is what got me to a place where I can be in a safety and comfortable zone. You know what I'm saying? So risk all
The
the way.
fuck is comfortable or fair or
But
yeah.
now that was it for the lightning round. This is the last round here. This is called Save the World. All right. I want you all to imagine, all right, that everybody in the world has tuned in to listen to you right now. And what final reminder would you give humanity if you wouldn't be able to give it tomorrow? Sorry. We'll start this with Jack of Blades.
If I had a final reminder, I'd say don't cook 10 steaks in a row on high, and smoke in between it, and then meal prep it so you put it in the microwave. I don't think that's a good idea.
No,
so
he's lying.
That's what I would say.
He's rewriting his
Good
own
advice.
history.
That's good advice. Rev, what do you think?
Well, the best advice I can give comes from Romans 13:11-14, and that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Amen.
I like it.
You fucker.
Ducks.
I would say the best thing is strive to better yourself and your family the best you can. Always strive for family. Always strive for everything you can do, and be the best you can be, regardless of what people say. Don't pay attention to what people say. Be the best you can be.
All right. I like it. Daniel.
If you had ever thought about microwaving steaks, don't ever buy a steak. And don't ever buy a microwave either.
Oh shit!
Good final reminder. I like it.
It may not be the last.
That's funny. Teriak.
Nothing is impossible.
Take risk.
I like it. Shiva.
Be generous.
I like it. Are you crazy?
Just get up, get out, and make a difference in the world, whether it be good or bad. Do it. Just get up, get out.
I like it. Avarice.
You can catch Speakeasy Avarice and Jungle at DebateCon July 25th.
Let's fucking go.
Damn. I want to go.
Send it.
Send the air horns.
Are there tickets available?
I like it.
Yeah, he's going to be using the microwave and butter.
There we go. I knew there was another one. I knew it.
And we won't be microwaving.
Be one more.
Jungle.
My revelation comes from a beautiful duet called The Notorious Diddy, Mo Money, Mo Problems.
Yeah.
I like it.
Whoa.
I like it. That's a good one. It's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
I like it. For me, I'm gonna be real. Usually I try to get a little, poetic here, but I'm actually gonna be really blunt. This would be my final reminder to give humanity. God is your foundation, and family is your duty. That's it.
Amen.
And you can catch Average's Speakeasy in Jungle.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody. Wait. And sorry. Rule over for 5 said, did someone say Star Wars? I don't even know who said Star Wars. Peaches said.
I just said I have Star Wars risk.
Oh yeah, that's right. Peaches for 5 says, how is it possible to have autonomy without authority? If you have no control over your life, family, and land, then how can you have autonomy? Let's go, Peaches. I like it. And then Kieran for 5 says, just dropping in to call Avarice a little bitch. Prove me wrong.
Little bitch.
Well, you're from an imaginary place, so you're
Oh.
your opinion is imaginary.
He's just mad I got on this morning on his panel. I started singing, they calling me killing this guy.
He just wanted to be on the hot seat, and he just didn't get to be on the hot seat.
Yeah, you missed the hot seat, asshole. But speaking of, listen, shout out to everybody on the panel for joining the hot seat. Shout out to everybody in the chat for engaging in all the questions. This has been absolutely fucking fire. All right, this is what a hot seat is all about, baby.
Yay.
Step in the light. The flames don't lie. Pressure's on. Can you handle the sky? No time to fade. No place to hide. Truth burns bright when the worlds collide. Feel the fire, feel the beat. You're burning up in the hot seat. Truth or flame, no retreat. Step up, speed. Feel the
I'm wondering. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking to my chat. I'm trying to figure this out.
crowds leaning in, the moment sweet. Now show the world you can stand the heat. Smoke in the air. No time to cheat. 'Cause legends rise in the hot seat.
Let's fucking go, you legend.
Right.
Does anyone
Night
have
panels.
anything they want to say to the chat
That was
before we
actually-
wrap up?
I'm just
Hey,
gonna
Speak.
say goodnight, panel. All right, I'm heading out. I'm getting late, so
Later,
heading out.
Evan.
Good to see you,
Speak,
Speakeasy.
speak real quick. I hope you don't mind. I put the link to the DebateCon tickets in the stream chat if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, I'll even put it in the actual chat for everyone too. Whoever wants to get tickets. And yes, Avarice is right. You're gonna see all 3 of us there. So we'll get you.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
now.
That's awesome. Dang. That's gonna be dope.
I was going to tell Shiva I really enjoyed the back and forth with him and Riggs, then, but he's gone. But thanks, panel. See you later. Thanks,
Hey guys,
Easy.
later, bro. Good night.
Crazy.
No.
Mother.
Ooh.
This is my
else have
first hot
anything,
seat,
they wanna give to
probably
the chat
not my
before we
last,
go?
but it was fun. I'll fucking see you guys later. Shit was
Yes,
cool.
sir.
Dan, just real quick before you go, do you know what an Irish goodbye is?
Don't
Nice.
listen to little crazy leprechaun over there. Okay, don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him.
Anyways, God bless. As always, speak. Phenomenal stream.
Fuck
Love you,
yeah.
brother. We'll see you next time.
And of course, I got one more in the chamber for everybody. We receive a kingdom which cannot be moved. Let us have grace whereby we may serve God acceptably with reverence and godly fear. For our God is a consuming fire. Hebrews 12:28-29. God bless everybody, and I'll see you Friday.
God bless. Amen.
And then the only thing I would say is, let's get everybody, subbed up here. Get them all rounded off. Let's get the 10K for Easy, 2K for Teriak. Start subbing up. Support the community. It's amazing.
That's fair.
Best chat hands down.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, Jack.
Yeah, no problem.
And thank you
I'll
all
see you
for
later.
coming and join. I'll see you all later. I will be on again tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And chat, listen, you guys are amazing. Once again, another completely smashed Donald goal. So first, I've put some W's and crowns in the chat for chat. Okay. Big shout out on the Rumble side. We got lots of action over there today. All right. Shout out to everyone over there as well, helping us keep the Rumble up and live already. We starting next month, guys. We're gonna be having a once a month Rumble only VK. So get ready for that. Those are gonna be interesting to say the least. Oh, and Spartacus coming in with a 5 to give you all a reminder. Don't forget to participate in the GIF war in the Discord bear chat before, during, and after streams. True. We are trying to get the Discord a little more active. All right. I'm sure soon enough Jeremy's gonna start doing a once a month movie night in there for everyone. Some of them will probably end up being on nights that I'm streaming, but if, like, say you feel like you don't want to watch a stream and you'd rather go watch a movie in the Discord, that'll be available once a month. We're trying to get the Discord more active again. You know what I mean? So yeah, get your asses in there. All right. You guys meet your friends in there too. You know what I'm saying? Or I said meet your friends. I meant to say meet new friends in there. All right, you might be just as lucky as me, okay, and meet the woman of your dreams just by talking in Discord. All right, you never know. All right, you never fucking know. Just get in there. Thank you, Jack of Blades, coming in with the $1 at the end. I appreciate you big time. I don't understand how Discord works. Yeah, it's I mean, if you get in there, right? If you have a Discord, Peaches, and just join the link and make one and get in there, me, my wife, one of the other mods in there, they'd be more than happy to help you walk through it. So, you know what I mean? There's this witch in Discord. People should avoid her. She's not very nice. Hey, Creative, great to see you. Need to make a Rumble for VK nights? Yeah. Well, no, you'll still be able to join via StreamYard link. It's going to be a StreamYard link. But yeah, you guys are going to have to make a Rumble so you can be in the chat for VK nights. So if you don't have a Rumble yet, go make a Rumble and go follow my ass, all right? Wait, pause. Go follow me on Rumble. Don't follow my ass. That's weird. I'm going to be sending you guys over to Teriax. It looks like he's doing a Mystery Van Files. All right, nice. I like it. He does a show called Mystery Van Files. and I'm not even going to give away nothing for you. You guys should. He'll explain to you what it is when you get there. All right. And even if you're not going to stay, give him a like, give him a sub. He's getting really close to 2,000. All right, so it'd be nice if we could, help him out getting to 2,000. Let me see. He's really close. I think he's like 50 away or something like that. So help him out. Yeah, 50 away. 50 away from 2,000. I can't wait to chat about the death penalty one day with Easy. Hey, I'm down for it anytime. I'm down for it anytime. I like that topic. People always are like, wait, what? But I very strongly think we shouldn't have it. But anyways, listen, guys, I really can't thank you enough for your continued support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Really can't thank you enough. Like I always say, it can be 30 in the chat. It can be 2,000 in the chat. Best chat on YouTube, hands fucking down. I love you guys. God bless you all. Have a beautiful morning, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And, well, for now.
This is Sparta! Spartans! What is your profession?